What is up, everybody? It's your boy, the Liberal Loudmouth. And we are back again for the evening edition of Fuck You and Everybody Else. Let's do the damn thing. Let me turn off my noise canceling. That's much better. All right, what's up, guys? Give me just a second. I'm going in. I'm going to share it to my peoples. We're just getting started. I don't normally do evening lives, but fuck it. Why not? Fuck it. We'll do it live. We are live. Come on in. What's up? Braun Stick is in the house. ETA 9319. What's up? Bobby. What's going on, Bobby? All right, let's get this party started. The eyes have it. The eyes shall not have it anymore. We must stop them. Better hide your kids, hide your wife. Because Epstein's graping everybody up in here. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Let's get to 10,000 likes. Just like Zio said. Oh, God. Starting the show off right. What's up, Abdul?
Not much. What's going on, Liberal?
Just getting started. You're like the first guest on today's episode of The Price is Wrong.
Do you hear about that transgender shooter in Canada?
I did. It's terrible.
Wow. What's going on? I mean, this is like the second major incident involving one of those people.
I don't know. Did you hear about that cisgendered white man that unalived his family the other day? It was crazy, wasn't it? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear about that because it happens so often that they don't put that on the news. It's not salacious enough, right? It doesn't sell papers. Let's focus on the one trans person and make that out as if it's a thing. Somebody dealing with mental health problems went in there and did something that many, many cisgendered white men have done before. Is that an incorrect statement, or would you agree with that? Abdul?
I disagree.
You disagree that cisgendered white men have been doing this a lot?
Yeah, I think it's not as common as maybe the media highlights. See, the media is always highlighting stories that are sensational. So the vast majority of cisgender white men are very law-abiding and very peaceful.
As are the vast majority of trans people, would you say?
I'm not sure about that because, this is the second school shooting that I'm hearing about. You remember the one that happened in Michigan a few months ago?
Yes.
Was it a few months ago?
Yes.
Where the guy was he was recording his ammunition and his messages on his weapons. You remember that?
And your point? You pointed out what, 3?
My point is that what's going on? Like, why are they shooting kids? I don't get it.
I don't know. I can't imagine why anybody would want to go in and pew children other than they want their face on the paper because they know that if they do this thing, that the media is going to run with it, especially if they are from a marginalized group. And hook, line, and sinker, it worked. Here you are. Has nothing to do with my prompt, has nothing to do with anything I said. You brought it up because you want to shit on people that you don't understand. And you say absolutely nothing about the fact that the vast majority of school shootings and other pew-pewings are cis men. You're like, yeah, but there was 3. There was 3. There was 3. It's weird.
Look, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand why a guy wants to become a woman, and then obviously he has a mental issue, and then instead of dealing with that mental issue, we validate the fantasy, and then we end up with kids that are unalived.
Wait, we validate the fantasy, or because if you look around in this country and probably in Canada too, they're actively trying to not validate those children. So I don't know what you're talking about, but the guy that's in the office right now, and a lot of people, I think, in Canada also, don't want to validate those trans people and want to say that there's something fucked up with them. So they end up growing up their entire lives thinking that there's something wrong with them because people like you keep telling them that they're wrong, they're wrong, they're wrong. And then so they get pissed off about it. Right? Because when we were validating, you didn't see any trans school shootings, did you? Prior to Trump? How many would you say there were? Not many. So then you turn around and start shitting on these people constantly in the media, making them pariahs, making them feel like they don't have a place in life, and they start pew-pewing people. And you're surprised? It's almost like if you treat people like shit, they don't like it. And sometimes they freak out.
See, this happened in British Columbia. I happen to be a resident of British Columbia. I'm from Ontario, but I'm shifted to British Columbia about 6 years ago. And I work in the school district. I'm an education assistant. I'm not going to tell you the city because then that'll just dox me. But the city that this crime occurred in, it's way up north. It's like the population is like 2,000, I think. Tumbler Ridge. But I can tell you, the British Columbia has a very, very leftist government, and they're very particularly concerned about the LGBT community. And I work in the schools. I see the rainbow flag and the transgender flag. It's all over the place. They get so much validation. They are so celebrated. They are so put up there on a pedestal. So you can't say that there is a problem of transphobia in this province where this crime occurred. As for in America, you say Trump has come and he's reversing some of those policies. I think that's common sense, and I think 51% of Americans, they think it's unethical for somebody to change their gender. So I think Trump, his policy is right, because if we validate these people, we're going to create a very bad situation.
Okay, yet in this country where they aren't being validated, there were pew-pewers, and you brought past pew-pewings up of trans people, didn't you? And so now you're saying, no, it's not because they didn't validate them, because they validate them up here, and now in here they're not validating them. So which is it? Do you want to treat people like shit or not? Or do you just want to leave people alone? How about we try that? Can you try that maybe? Just mind your own fucking business? Like, is that hard to do? If seriously, if somebody else wants to wear a goddamn dress, why do you give a shit? Why does this bother you?
It doesn't really bother me. It's the expectation. Then leave it alone. It's the expectation that I have to go along with it. Like,
you don't have to do anything, brother.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything.
But here's what I predict. You see, you said that how come this is happening now? Because this phenomena is relatively recent. You're not going to find this phenomena in the 90s or even in the 2000s. This is something that started around in the 2010s, and it's picking up, it's picking up steam. And I believe you're going to see a lot more. Are you talking about
school pew-pewings?
Committed by those transgender people. That's going to be something that you're going to see a lot more going into the future. I guarantee.
Okay. Well, also people were afraid to come out as trans. So when people start coming out as trans and then also do a school pew-pewing, 10 years before that same person could have done it, could have been trans, and because they weren't trans, it wouldn't have been labeled as a trans pupewing. I don't really understand your point. So what do you think you can do in your country that will prevent pewings by anybody? Like, what's the goal here? What are you going to do?
I say the first step is go back to the year 2013 when gender dysphoria was still considered a mental illness and treated as such. Treated
Don't
as
they?
a mental illness? No, they don't treat it as a. They say it's normal now.
Gender dysphoria is a mental disorder. What are you talking about?
That's what I think as well.
No, it is. It's listed as a mental disorder. Yeah, sure is.
Definitely a mental disorder. So we got to stop validating it.
Wait, so don't treat it?
No, treat it. Of course, treat it. We got to treat it.
Okay, so it's a mental disorder, and we treat it.
But treat it the right way.
And we don't treat those people like shit. Wait. What is the right way, Mr. Doctor? Are you a doctor?
I'm not a doctor, but look, the right way
is
not
to Are you a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so then explain to us, Mr. Non-doctor psychiatrist, what is the right way?
The right way, I'll tell you what's the wrong way. The wrong way.
No. Tell me what the right way is. I asked you what the right way is.
The right way is what we were doing before 2013. That's the right
Which
way.
is saying that, no, you're not a trans person.
No, which is saying that you have gender dysphoria, you need therapy, you need to have counseling, you need to,
Did this person have counseling?
I don't think so.
Yes, this person dealt with mental health issues. Yeah. And the government had also gone, and there was concerns about firearms in the home.
Yeah, but they recognize him as a woman now. They recognize him as a woman.
What does that change the outcome? How do you think? Wait, okay, so if you're a woman, you're going to be more likely to go and shoot up a school?
No, because he's not a woman. If you're a man.
Okay, so show me the connective tissue here where if we validate you as a woman, which is what you want us to do, you're now more likely to go and shoot a school? Explain to me how the logic there flows. I don't get it.
Okay, this is the situation. You say you got a teenage boy. He's confused. He has gender dysphoria. So he needs help. Now, the wrong thing that people are doing after 2013 is they're saying, okay, you are a girl, and we'll change your name. We'll give you surgery. We'll give you hormones. We'll give you
surgery,
identity. Surgery, all that stuff.
Did this person have surgery?
He was in the process of getting it.
Did this person have surgery?
I'm not sure if he did or didn't.
Okay. So why are you listing that?
Oh, that's the route that they're taking.
Yeah, but you're listing things that didn't occur to the person they went in pewing. I thought we were talking about the pewer. Or are you just talking about trans people in general? Because I thought we were talking about ways to mitigate pewings. And I asked you what the connective tissue was between validating somebody and saying, okay, if you want to be a woman, that's fine, wear a dress, do whatever you want. And them being like, oh my goodness, since you have validated me as a woman, I think I'm going to take this gun into this school and pew children. How does that?
Now, okay, when you tell this teenage boy that, okay, you're a woman, and now how does that end up making him go crazy and start pewing children? That's the question, right? Now, you can tell somebody he's a woman, but every time he looks in the mirror and he looks at people's reaction to him, he knows he's not a woman. So he knows it's a facade, so it triggers a mental breakdown. And this is what happens.
Okay, so that's why there is surgery. That's why there's surgical options available, right? Because that's the dysphoric part. So what you're saying is, so you're arguing in favor of surgeries?
No, I'm not arguing in favor of
surgery. Yeah, but whoa. If you get the surgery and you look in the mirror and you look like a woman now and you have breasts and you have this other thing, So you're saying that would mitigate this in this case?
See, what's going to happen if you give him surgery?
No. That's what you said, that the reason that they pew-pewed because they were trans was because they'd look in the mirror and be upset because they know they're not a woman. But if you give them surgery, which you yourself said you're against, or maybe I misstating what you're saying, but that if you change them to the woman, then when they look in the mirror now they see a woman, wouldn't that then mitigate the risk based on your logic?
I'll tell you why it's not going to mitigate the risk. See, when you get the surgery and you're a man and you want to surgically alter yourself to appear like a woman, what you're actually going to end up doing is not really look like a genuine woman, but look like somebody that belongs in the circus.
I don't know, man.
Pardon my language.
I don't know, man. I've seen some trans women that I would date.
Maybe, yeah, but they are a very fringe minority. In general,
are you saying that this person would not look like that after surgery?
Yeah, probably not. Most of them don't. Most of them, like, you'll look at them and you'll be
that's
like,
not true.
And so then they're gonna go crazy again. So it's just a bad.
Women that get called sir, are they more likely to go in pew school?
It's a mistake because some people like me, like I also used to call something.
So you can make a mistake then, right? You can see something
it's
that
not
isn't
because you
real.
don't think he's a woman. It's because you don't understand that sir is only for men. I used to make that mistake as well. I used to think sir is for everybody that's older. When I was a kid, I used to call my teacher sir, and she got upset. She said, "No, don't call me sir," and I was confused because I thought sir was for like anyone who was basically older than me and in a position of authority. So if somebody calls a woman sir, no, it does make sense because
no, it doesn't.
People don't understand the nuances of culture sometimes.
Your culture in BC, in British Columbia, is different from the culture in BC?
No, like, okay. If you are a new immigrant to the United States or Canada, chances are your English is not that great. So you might make the mistake of calling a lady sir, not knowing that sir is only for men.
So in what cultures, and I didn't know this was a thing anywhere, what cultures call men and women sir?
It's an English word, right? Sir is an English word. Now, if you're not that well versed in English, you might make the mistake of calling a lady sir because you think sir is just for anybody who's in a position of authority or who's older or who's respectable, not knowing that sir only applies to males.
Where people who don't speak English use the word sir?
I used to make that mistake myself when I was in school.
Okay.
No.
What language did you speak? What language did you speak?
I know I spoke English, but like my family is from India, so like we spoke a different language at home. So sometimes I made that.
So I just asked you what language you spoke, and you said you spoke English. So if you spoke English, then why would you mistake a woman for a sir?
Because I didn't know that sir only applies to men. I was a kid. I was like in elementary school. Okay. It's an honest mistake, yeah.
So if I look it up, people in India use sir for men too?
Yeah, they use sir for men, but not for women.
Okay, so then why would you use it for a woman?
Because I was just uneducated. I was in elementary school. I thought sir is for anybody who's older.
Anyway, I'm confused by this. Anyway, I'm not sure what this has to do with. But again, the number of trans people who go in and pew people is very low, and it just it's a problem no matter who is doing it. But the fact that it's a trans person makes you more upset than if it was a white cis person that did it. You probably wouldn't have said a goddamn word. You wouldn't have gone onto TikTok panel. You wouldn't have said, "Hey, maybe we got to do gun control. Maybe we got to rein this stuff in." But no, it's a trans person, and somehow that to you is worse. I don't know. It's kind of gross to me. Abdul. You're muted. Okay, moving on from that. Oh, now you're back. Was your handler telling you what to say next?
No, no, I'm just having a snack and at the same time, so
Oh, okay.
I'll be more active in a few more minutes.
Interesting. Let's bring in Zio is on the top of the list. Let's see how long Zio lasts before Zio gets kicked. All right, Lonnie, you know what? I'll just bring everybody in. Fuck it. We'll turn it into an absolute fucking shit show where everybody talks over each other, everybody gets mad at everybody else.
We're gonna be real
and
good.
then everybody interrupts me, especially whenever I start talking. Everybody has to start talking because that's the way we roll on TikTok. Ooh, Carl's Jr. Ooh, Carl's Jr.
Hell yeah!
We know when we can talk.
Bunny, what's up?
Hey,
Bunny.
I assume you meant to come up here.
I did this time. You're in my hours now.
Oh, that's right. It's liberal after dark, y'all.
Uh-oh.
We ain't gonna get too crazy.
Hell yeah.
May I just say this for Abdul? Here's some statistics. Less than 1% of mass pew-pewings are trans. Trans is about 1% of our population. And Abdul, if you want us to accept you for looking like you were born in the 7th century with your schmata on your head and things of that nature, and or to maybe think that you're a genie, that you can give us all 3 wishes, you really need to sound more tolerant, because right now the way you look and the things that you're saying, we really shouldn't tolerate that, because you're sounding kind of really out there. And I happen to believe, and I'm going to land my plane with this, that whilst you are speaking to liberal loudmouth, you were simultaneously on Grindr looking at tranny corn and pleasuring yourself. That's why you told him you needed a couple more minutes. Thank you.
Ooh, let him have it. Let him have it.
Zio, have I mentioned how much I love you?
Yeah, me too. Hey, Abdul, if I may, as a BC boy myself, now in Toronto, you should be ashamed of yourself for what you have said. You should be ashamed to not understand what the RCMP, by the way, Americans, that's our police, what our RCMP said, where they've been to this to this person's home over the last 4 or 5 years, 6 times because of a mental illness that this individual had. So let's not just speak out towards, let's talk about the real issue. And the real issue is mental illness. And that's what this person obviously had, because that's what the RCMP said today, that they'd gone to their house that many times. So let's not misinform people, and let's attack the real problem. And the real problem, is not trans people. The real problem is mental illness. Shame on you, sir. I'll land my fucking plane.
Thank you. And can I just let a real trans person actually put some facts out there? So in order for me to even take hormones or do anything, I did years and years of therapy. I saved up my own money. I paid for my own surgeries. I did it all on my own, while also serving in the military. So if you're living in the United States, you're welcome. You're welcome. So there's just some facts for you there. And I'm just going to stop because I'm getting pissed.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, Donald Trump, though, he told us all that when you go to school a man, you come back a woman. And since he always tells us the truth, we know that he's not lying. Right?
Well,
in the U.S., you go to school in the U.S., you come out a woman if you go in a man. That's what they said.
And let's be honest. We're not just doing this for any and every child that tells us, oh, hey, I feel like I might be a boy today. That's not how that works. This is years and years of therapy, and they don't do any kind of surgeries or anything when they're school aged. They might do a hormone blocker because that allows the child a safe way to develop and choose for themselves what they want to do once they're a little bit older. But we're not just going around and chopping off kids things and doing all that crap to them. So to put that out there as if that's what we're doing is absolutely disgusting. And considering most gender affirming care in children is for cis children, you might want to do some research.
Oh. Yeah, you're more likely to be unalived by a cis person anywhere you go. I mean, really. Even per capita. Sure.
So it's kind of, it's not strange because his whole motive was to antagonize the live. That was his whole point of coming up here and saying what he said. And the reason that I'm saying that is because he is more outraged about the fact of the way the person may or may not have identified than he was about them going into a school and pew-pewing. I don't know if children got hurt, but the fact that this person went into a school and did what they did and put children in harm's way says more about the fact that he doesn't care about the children that may have been harmed, because I haven't heard this story, so I can't say anything.
Well, I can
update
you.
There were five people. There were
The
five
fact that
people
he-
killed, four of them children.
And the fact
Yeah,
that he is
there was
more
5
upset-
at the school, Tim, and then there was mom and brother at home.
At home.
And so there was 10 in total, and there was a 12-year-old
Can we-
in critical
Can I finish my
condition
point,
and so
please?
on.
Can we get the whole story? Can we get the whole
Can I
story?
finish my point,
So
please?
the story was at 11
Can I
at
finish my
1:20
point, please?
yesterday. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. My whole point is that he doesn't care about how many people got injured. He only wanted to antagonize the live. That's it. That's all it was. Because if he truly cared about those children that y'all are speaking of on this story that I did not hear about, says more about him than it does about the person who may or may not identify as what he's claiming that they identify as. And even if they do identify as a trans person, the fact that this person harmed children is the reason we should be more upset than the fact that this man over here came up here to antagonize and take the story off of these children and put it onto himself. And with that, I land and I'm out. Thanks, Liv. Have
Sure.
a great night.
See ya. I hadn't even planned on talking about it because it's in a different country. But
Yeah, can we
it's-
talk about the pedophiles? Because I feel like that's a much bigger and more important issue.
Or the SAVE Act. I would like to just point out something that I've kind of figured out about the SAVE Act when I get a chance.
Sure, we can we can have 12 different topics going on. Why not? I don't know if we finish this. Before we move on, let me let Abdul, if you want to say one last word about it, because it is a tragedy either way. I mean, it sucks no matter who does it.
I'm very disturbed by any school shooting, especially when little kids are unalived. It's the worst sort of news you could hear, because you know that they never had a chance. They're so young and innocent, and you know what the parents are going through. I'm not a parent myself, sadly, but I imagine if I was a parent, I would be devastated to learn that my child was unalived in a senseless way, a very senseless way. So don't say that I'm not concerned about the kids. It is. Mostly I'm concerned about those kids and the other innocent victims. The problem is that we got to find a solution for why we're hearing about school pew-pews happening a lot, and by people that are not the conventional, cisgender white guy.
They've been happening way before trans people ever existed, so whatever.
That's true, but we're talking about the trend that's happening
And I know
nowadays.
trans people have always existed. I'm just being ignorant for right now.
Well, I mean, and think about it. If a schizophrenic does it, would you come up, oh my God, we got to do something about schizophrenia? We really had another schizophrenic did this, or, list any mental problem that somebody might have.
I mean, Columbine wasn't done
no.
by trans kids. Columbine wasn't done by trans kids, so shut up.
Right. The vast majority of school pew-pewings are, for any number of reasons, trans not being one that I can ever see, even when done by a trans person.
But Abdul is obsessed with trans people.
I guess it really just shows that trans people. I'm sorry.
Just like you said, Zaya.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
And Abdul, I thank you. And I just want to say thank you for not breeding. And please continue that streak and do not breed. Thank you.
It kind of shows that trans people are normal and they can suffer the same thing that everybody else suffers from.
I got to drop you, Zio. Some may find uncomfortable. I didn't think you'd last too long, but I appreciate it. We'll see you. Good Lord. And now it's restricted for 10 minutes. Harassing and bullying. Poor Abdul. Sorry, Abdul.
I accept your apology. No problem.
Anyway, I think that was McLovin talking. Was that you?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I like that fan, Bunny. I'm a fan of it. Yeah, go ahead, McLovin.
So, you all probably know real IDs do not show citizenship. But there is a form of ID that is real ID compliant that does show citizenship. It's called an enhanced driver's license. It's only available in a few border states. So that's the ID. Like if you read the bill, I mean, the good thing about simpletons is their bill's only 26 pages long. So you can actually read it and get through it. And the requirements are on page 2. So the first requirement, the only ID that fits the requirements of the first one is an enhanced driver's license. If you don't have that and you're a married woman who changed her name, you better get a passport.
Yeah, I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Hey, good to see you, Lib.
What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, good to see you. I just wanted to say real quick that I know there's a lot of people in the world that are horrified by trans people, right? We have a lot of trans people that are just so scary to everybody.
They're going to eat your cats and dogs, I hear.
Right.
Just saying.
But the good news is that trans people are only 0.001% of the population. You are more likely to meet Mario and Luigi pop out of a pipe and go, "Let's go," than you are to meet a trans person. So no need to worry, you guys. You are more likely to be struck by lightning than you are to meet a trans person. So don't worry about it.
That's funny.
Hi, guys.
Hudson, what's up?
Hi, you're 00.1.
Well, at least you won't be struck by lightning this year. Maybe next year.
I was going to say, I think that greatly depends on the circles you keep also, because I see them almost every day.
Yeah, if you're in New York City and versus Kentucky, the proportions are going to be different.
Or at least those that will openly.
I'm in a small town in Nebraska. I'm just saying, we exist.
I exist. Okay, so McLovin brought up the SAVE Act, I think is what you were talking about. I mean, if you guys want to stay on the trans topic, you can. If you want to go to the voting, trying to get rid of female votes because, men want to be able to apparently tell women how to vote, and if they won't vote the way that they are told, just make it less likely for them to be able to vote, especially if they're married.
And by doing this, they're ensuring that the majority of voters will be white men.
As a woman, all I can say is I am happy I never made that mistake. Never freaking married a man.
Or if you do, just don't change your name.
Or do that. I know I will be advocating for my daughter to never marry and or change her name. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, it's absurd to me that we're like going to make it difficult for women to, especially married women. It's like we want y'all to get married, but when you get married, we're going to make it real fucking difficult for you to vote.
especially coming from the Republican Party, saying that they want the federal government to now have access to all of our state voter registrations. What I thought we were against Big Brother databases. We can't have one for 2A.
I just want to say, we have been saying this for a very long time, and Black women especially have been saying this for a very long time. It is a very, how do I put this? It is very easy for them to take away rights when you let them take away one. It's very easy for them to just keep going. And so when we let them take away our right to our anatomy, it was only a matter of time. And they kept trying to fucking tell us and just kept saying, oh, that's fear-mongering. Oh, that's too much. Oh, they wouldn't ever do that. And look where we are.
Yeah, I
completely agree, because if you look at the Republican Party, and before the 1980s, the Republican Party was not anti-abortion. Christians and Protestants before the 1980s were not anti-abortion. So it wasn't until the 1980s when the Republicans started adopting an anti-abortion position, because they saw how well the Catholics and the propaganda, the Protestants, they joined the Catholics and they were able to get elected.
Political
so she's
football.
Right. Once they took away individual liberty from the Republican Party, which is supposed to be the liberal party, it's just the total end of the Republican Party, really.
Well, and it's just been a cascade since then, not even just women's rights, but I mean, Hudson can speak for this as well. Trans people can no longer be in our military. Like, it's everyone being affected by this, not just women.
I would love to share a short story, actually, speaking on my actual military experience. So I served for 8 years. I hold 2 MOSs. I was a military police officer, and then I ended my ended it being a chemical specialist the last 4 years. And I actually remember the election between Clinton and him. I was actually away on training, and I left my phone on with the election up, and I woke up at 4:00 in the morning, and I looked at my phone, and I ran to the bathroom and threw up, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. I had a year left of my contract, and I had an actual, the most real conversation with my commander, and she knew about me. Thank God I had an accepting company, and I just told her, I was like, things don't look good, and I think I need to get out. And she's like, I think you're right, and this is probably a good decision, because I don't want anything happening to you.
That's so fucking sad. God.
So I got out. Yeah, I did 8 years, and I'm telling you, what the reason I joined was because I wanted to help my country. I wanted to fight for my country. I wanted to keep my family safe. It was what I was raised on. This fucking imagination, this dream. And then I get 8 years in, and I'm actually starting to think about retiring, doing 20 years and retiring, and this happens. And I threw it all away, because basically I was spat in the face.
That is so fucking sad. To tell somebody who wants to serve their country in that way, you can't, because you don't look like us.
Yeah.
And you weren't like us.
I was always a team leader. I was always in a lead position, which means there was nothing wrong with how I functioned
in
the military.
I just want to say,
You weren't. I'm just
first off,
being awful.
thank you for your service, but also you are valid and your service is just as valid as anyone else's. And
Thank you.
I am sorry that the country that we unfortunately have become has failed you.
Well, and here's the thing: you can still serve your country here, domestically.
I choose to do it within my communities, and I support the people around me. So.
That's right. Yeah.
And at least you didn't dodge a draft. So I mean, you can
hell no, I
say a lot
didn't.
more than this fucking president.
How are those bone spurs though? Gotta ask.
And actually, you know what's really funny is I extended my contract for 2 years for a $4,000 bonus, and you want to know what that $4,000 went to? Top surgery.
That's funny.
That's why Mark Kelly should be the one.
Funny.
I love that.
That's
but
fucking
I
hilarious.
earned every cent of that. I earned every cent of
funny.
That. And you deserved it.
That needs to be something that they know for a fact. This is where your tax money went to, motherfucker.
I mean, and it really sucked because I didn't even get a sign-on bonus. And what's really weird is almost everyone else that joined at the same time I did got $10,000 just to sign.
Shit, you can get more than that being an ICE agent now. Jeez.
Right?
If you get paid, anyway, if you get paid, some of them are saying they aren't getting paid. Surprise, surprise.
I tell you what, though, I really do miss being in. You know, the people that you meet and
the camaraderie.
The things. Yeah, I mean, also the things that you get to see yourself do. You're like, man, if you would have told me I was doing this 2 years ago, I would have said you're fucking crazy. And then you're doing it. So I was like very kind of like, I had a helicopter mom when I was growing up. So when I got into the military, I actually realized I could do shit for myself. So I'm actually very thankful for my service, but fuck Trump.
Absolutely, fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll go fuck myself. You don't have to fuck me. I'll do it. I'm gonna go take care of Bubba now. Come here, Bubba.
And then his wife Melania, who goes, I make fuck with Donald and we give birth to the monster Baron. I'm Melania and I make fuck with Donald.
Oh my God.
Real quick, can I jump in? I just want to do a quick announcement for you. If everyone could be tapping the screen, please get him up there. There's no reason he should still be sitting at 22,000.
I'm going after it right now.
No, Hudson. If you're on the panel,
don't tap.
Do not tap.
This is the first time I've done this. This is so exciting.
But
thank you for tapping.
So if you are not on the panel, please make sure you are tapping. Share out the live. If you don't have friends to share it to, you can copy the link and it does the same thing. Also, make sure you're paying attention to those gifting goals and helping out where you can. I know times are tough, but this is a great one to be supporting. So that is all. And I leave you at that.
I just wanted to say real quick, I want to praise our amazing president for adding 1 trillion new jobs in just 1 year. Adding 1 trillion new jobs, bringing in $18 trillion in new tariff revenue, ending 8 wars, cutting taxes and balancing the budget, and on top of that, bringing $40 an hour factory jobs back for all Americans. So thank you, President Trump, for this amazing country you've given us.
Absolutely. We all need to erect, statues and paintings of his face everywhere we go. So it looks like North Korea.
I came up to respond to Bunny and to also ask if anybody's heard of the new apostolic reform or reformation. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's called NAR.
Drop some knowledge.
Apostolic, I think that's how you say it, reformation. So what it is it is a continuation. And I need you to follow me because I don't want to say anything to get the live banned. It is a continuation of the group who was booming AB clinics in the 90s. And Mike Speaker House is associated with this group. And I did this deep dive on it before the election.
We're about to get a misinformation flag. I feel it coming.
And so when it in my opinion, when it comes to this AB conversation, this is the group that is pushing so hard to overturn the Roe v. Wade, right? They just changed their name. That's all they did. Like, they didn't disband. And
Who are you talking about?
The New Apostolic Reformation and the AB overturning of Roe v. Wade and Mike Speaker House Church associated with it. And I went down the rabbit hole. I found it. Like, I know it sounds crazy, right? But they changed their name. They were the same group that I do believe the FACE Act, is it?
Yes.
Was made to stop doing what they were doing. And they changed their name to modern day. The acronym is NAR, N-A-R, and it is New Apostolic, I think that's how you say it, Reformation. I'll put it in the chat again. But if you haven't, like, I'm telling you that, and this situation with the ABs, these are the people that are pushing, lobbying for the banning of ABs. I'm telling you, it's a wild ride. If you're bored tonight, go down the rabbit hole. I promise you, you're going to be shocked, because I was shocked. Because it's more than
it's pronounced in the way that Australian people say no. Nar. Nar.
Yes,
well, the main culprit and lobbyist group of the conservative right wing is the Heritage Foundation.
I think that should be classified as a terrorist organization, in my opinion.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask everybody, and I wanted to ask my friend Maverick if you guys all watched the All-American Turning Point USA halftime show with Kid Rock. I called it the mediocre white person halftime show. That's what I called it.
Well, Kid Rock, sounds a lot like the E Island to me, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right.
It was the Kid Rock they took all them kids to. Sicko pervert.
My thing, well, I heard that Trump didn't watch it because he found out that kid in Kid Rock didn't mean underage child. So that's why Trump didn't watch it.
I don't like the fake thing. I like it real. Oh, God.
But it's interesting how these bitches, they're like, oh, I can't watch the halftime show. It's not in English. And then Kid Rock goes out there and sings, and he goes, ba with the ba, the bang, the bang, biggie, big. And I'm like, how the fuck is that English?
Oh my God. That's fucking funny. Nadine, welcome in.
Hey, how are you? You're hardly ever on at nighttime.
Yeah,
My name is Nabila, calling on behalf of Columbia Gas of Ohio. To help enhance your experience in managing your utility service, we would like to conduct a brief survey about your recent interaction with Columbia Gas of Ohio. Are you the person who would have recently had a contact with Columbia Gas of Ohio?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my gas in Columbia. I got my gas in Columbia for $2 a gallon.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You can get spammed on TikTok too.
What the fuck? These fucking. They need to change the name to suspicious caller.
Did we just get a collect call?
Yes.
Did we just get a collect call?
A scam caller.
Wow. Anyway, I'll tell you what. Today I was watching. My kids were taking benchmark tests, so I had my little secret earpiece in. I'm going to tell you what. If anybody in any job anywhere behaved at their job the way Pam Bondi did today, they would lose their job.
Tell me what happened.
It was all
tell me what happened.
basically what happened was
she refused to answer questions from anyone except Republicans, and then she had a burn book, which is great because I teach middle school, so middle school girls have burn books. And if Tim was the congressman from Mississippi, I would say, oh well, Congressman Tim, what about? And she flops this page open on this notebook. What about Joe Franklin, who murdered 14 people in your district? And I was like, are you unalive with your time?
Unalive.
Sorry.
F1 in the chat, guys. F1 in the chat. That still works.
I love that TikTok.
Well, don't forget about that Ted Lieu guy. You guys know who that guy is? He went up there and accused her of lying under oath. And she goes, "Do not accuse me of committing a crime." And it was just like it was a white girl. It was a white girl mental breakdown.
And it was because we watched part of it on the show, and she's so fake, like trying to be outraged by what they're doing.
I won't tolerate talking about the president. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's like I said earlier. If the facts are on your side, you argue the facts. If the law's on your side, you argue the law. And if neither are on your side, you pound the fucking table, which is what she did because the facts and the law are not on her side.
The absolute absurdity of her, she would answer. Two people could ask her the same question, and it's a different answer depending on what party they're in. And I'm like, lady, you're missing the point. You are testifying. These people aren't. You are. You're the witness, lady.
Well, and at the end of the day, all of it, and Zal, we were talking about this earlier, but nothing comes of it because it's all smoke and mirrors bullshit for us to it's entertainment for us because we watch it and we're like, oh my God, this lady is terrible. But then she leaves and nothing changes. We learn nothing.
No, she gets a job being a lobbyist, making millions of dollars after she leaves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me see. Let me play this clip real quick. I think.
As Attorney General, how will you prevent the weaponization of the Department of Justice against Americans?
And Senator, you just gave the classic example of what's been happening regarding the weaponization. Going after parents at a school board meeting has got to stop.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. That's not the one I thought it was. But so I think he's a Republican. Hold on.
Of course he is. That's why she's talking.
Find the congresswoman from Vermont.
Let's see.
She was good. She yelled at her and everything. I was like, go get her, lady.
She's bringing up going after parents at school board meetings. They went after me, too.
Well, Jasmine Crockett read her the riot act too. I saw.
Yes, she did. I loved it. You know what? If we could fill the house with Jasmine Crockett's, we could fix a lot of things in about 6 weeks.
This lady's so full of shit, though. I'll try to find more clips. Oh, here's an example. I think she's going crazy here. Yeah, this is Ted Lieu. This is her response to Ted Lieu, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was priceless.
Here we go.
It's done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Give her
to
stop the clock.
the legislation. This is
time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
Bravo. Bravo.
I'm surprised she didn't say, intern that man.
That's right.
We have camps for you.
Right.
You know what I find to be so funny though is that he tried to deflect away from what was being said by saying the stock market is booming.
Oh my
Americans' 401k retirement savings
Wasn't
are at
that
an
crazy?
all-time high.
Wasn't
I'm like breaking news. Fork found in kitchen, bitch. Right? That the stock market is always going to be booming because we live in an economic empire. It's boomed under every single president, right? That's nothing new. It's just helping a bunch of boomers, right, with their retirement savings. That's all it does. I find that to be such a
like Rara said. It would be funny if she would have said, "Deport him. ICE is coming to your house, Lou." This is insane. But all of this is theater, guys. It's all nothing's gonna. They're performing for us. Nothing's gonna happen.
That's what I was just going to say. It's all a big performance.
Out of their chair and gone down to that table and slapped the hell out of her. That would have been great.
I vote for going the MAGA style and shitting on the desk right in front of her and smearing it everywhere. Do what MAGA does, okay?
and take the
y'all need to get Swifty, okay? Shit on the floor.
Right, and then take some of the shit and write with it. Trump is in the files. LOL.
Wait a minute.
You're full of shit.
Jonathan sounded just like Maverick when you said
Yes, I take after Maverick very much so.
That's fucking funny. Everybody get Swifty. I mean, hey, they did it, and Donald Trump said it was a day of peace and love. So. Like, I was just, Donald, you asked me why I shit on her desk. I was just showing her a little bit of peace and love.
That's right. That's right.
I just saw a TikTok of this gay MAGA guy that was saying that Super Bowl halftime show was so divisive. They said stuff like, that love is more powerful than hate and stuff like that. And I mean to myself, how the fuck is that political? How is the idea that love is more powerful than hate? How is that even a political statement? But it's only a political statement for MAGA because their political ideology is an ideology of hatred. That is why that's a political statement to them. But
you know what? I don't.
Because you lost me if there was a gay MAGA guy.
I don't buy the halftime. The halftime show, I find that to be suspect. Let me tell you why. Like Lib says, the NFL wants to be non-political. They want to stay quiet and supposedly under the radar. We know that all of these so-called owners are MAGA. We know that, right? I know that when Colin Kaepernick took a knee because police were unaliving unarmed black men and women, that they made a big deal out of it. So now all of a sudden you're going to make this so political that you have the world talk. I think it's a diversion, guys. I think it's a diversion where now all of a sudden we're finding out that there are Mexican drug cartel, drones making them shut down airports for 10 days. Did you guys hear about this? They just want to go into Mexico. Oh, see, tell Bunny what happened, Lib. Bunny
I heard about that. Yeah.
You haven't heard about that, Jonathan?
No, I heard about it. I just read that in the news today. Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 days, they put out the 10-day ban of El Paso and New Orleans and tried to claim it was the fucking Mexican cartel drones. And I'm like, that's the biggest load of horse shit I've ever fucking heard.
They closed the airport in New Orleans 4 days before Mardi Gras?
Well, it was today. They shut it down today, but then they reopened it within a couple of hours, and they claimed then when they opened it up that they had closed it, because when they closed it, they just said it was security concerns. And then when they reopened it, they were like, oh, it was Mexican drug cartels.
And the way we found out that they reopened it was during the hearing. When Bondi got up there, she talked about the cartel drones. And then a congressperson had to let everybody know that was a lie. It was, what she say, military. It was a military something with the military, and that they reopened them right away. So Bondi went up there lying, trying to make people still think that we were under attack by cartel drones.
Oh my God!
And go into Mexico,
How the fuck are cartels getting drones though? I would have asked that question.
Well,
So
let me tell a story, because the C-19 days, I wrote a large piece about this during the time, and it got censored from Medium at the time, and I think I don't remember where. There was another publication I made. During Donald Trump's reign, they had the Chinese government would fly these airplanes over, and then their radars would get all fucked up. Right. And this was during the time when the swine flu was hitting, and then China had to start buying pork from us because all of their pigs were getting swine flu.
Yeah.
Well, they're flying these planes over these areas, and the radars are getting jammed and shit. And so they send out guys to figure out what it is. These farmers have radar jammers because they've been combating these drones that were flying over their crops, spraying their pigs with swine flu.
I remember that, yeah.
And so, and then obviously now their pigs are gone. So that devastated all of this stuff. They tried to blame it on the gangs in China. They tried to claim this was Chinese gang. Well, what fucking gang has a bio lab that can produce swine flu and has a dispersal unit to disperse fucking swine flu with drones that can go in? What fucking gang has ever done that? We have terrorist countries that can't even get bioweapons on their side, and they want us to believe that these fucking gangs in China were doing that in order to, and this was their claim, sell the pork on the black market.
Although Tim, I'm going to tell you that after the first big ban of TikTok, when we got onto Red Note, the Chinese have been doing a lot better than we have been led to believe. So maybe the gangs can get drones.
Well, see, I think this is, it is my belief that Donald Trump sent those fucking drones over, because at the time we were tariffing them and he wanted them to buy our pork. So then all of a sudden they get swine flu and bird flu, and now they're coming at us for pork.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And then you factor that in. That happened right before the Wuhan incident. Makes you wonder.
Well, don't forget, before all of that happened, they all had patents to everything they needed patents to get rich.
Yeah.
So and Donald Trump's daughter and son-in-law have patents now, and they to body bags and all sorts of other for the next big thing that they're trying to make happen. So we have to be careful. Please mask up if you're going out. For those of you who are brave, I don't know what to tell you, but the flu has been wiping people out all over the country. But because of the CDC blockade and all that, we're not getting the information we need. That C-19 is C-26 because it's still around, unaliving people, but we're not getting that information. So be very careful, because all this stuff is still happening, and they're grifters. So we got to be really, really vigilant.
I think I have C-19 right now. Actually, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Lord, I woke up yesterday morning sick as fuck. So
why are you up here with us, risking our lives? Like, what the fuck, bro? What's going on?
To say this,
I thought the vaccine worked, Liv.
I feel like I'm over talking to everybody. I just want to say this to Zio Talk, that I do agree with her when she said the statement about this is all just a show. Right. Yeah. This is to keep us distracted from what's really going on. Yes, that's exactly what it is. The Super Bowl was that. Them sending Pam Bondi in to do her little thing. That was all just a show to keep us
song and dance.
Things like Cuba and shutting down airports and all the stuff that they're doing. And they want us distracted, because it's been said on here, how many times did Lib say it the other day? BB Yahoo stated out of his own mouth that that's what they were going to do. Yep. They were going to use this app to fight their...
It's a weapon of war.
Right. So, it's all just a distraction. They want us to be, over here while they go over there. And that's been Donald Trump's whole thing. And I said that before.
And how much today have you guys heard about the shit show that is Cuba right now? Have you guys heard much about that?
Not a word.
No.
Yeah. They're on the brink of total collapse. They're running out of fucking food. They're running out of everything because we have done a complete embargo. We stole Venezuela's oil, which Cuba used to buy. We stole Venezuela's oil and then sold it to fucking Israel and aren't allowing anybody to get any oil into Venezuela, which is or Cuba, which is fucking up their country. They're on rations now. Shit's all kinds of fucked up. So we're talking about Pam Bondi and we're talking about fucking cartel drug.
I haven't heard any of this.
This was I started my show off this morning talking about this. As a matter of fact, I still have my group.
I never even heard any of it.
Me either. I've never heard any of this.
Let me pull it up here.
This morning when Lib brought it up, but I haven't seen it on the app. But then again, I haven't been on.
Well, it's probably not in the mainstream media either. I'm sure they won't have it in
if
there.
It's on the, if it's on the news, it's boring. They don't want to tell
let's
you
see,
the real
Cuba.
thing.
So
they've done serious like emergency moves in the government in order to try and ration out all of their shit.
So they're starving them out, basically.
Yes, and Donald, it's to me, in my opinion, it's regime change because you starve the people to death, and then they're gonna freak out.
Don't forget that Israel is also looking for a new homeland to add to the one that they already have. That's what they're doing. They're looking for other places to be able to conquer. So maybe Cuba is one of those places. Who knows?
Well, this is just, let me find a better one. Fucking CNN sucks. I don't even know why I pulled that up.
I never heard of any of this.
Well, they hide stories like this at the bottom of news articles. So when you read a news article, you got to scroll down and read the little stuff at the bottom because they be hiding stuff down there and they don't
You gotta
make it
check the
main
BBC.
page. Well, not just TMZ,
So are you
but
saying
even
that it's almost
like
a crisis in Cuba that this is happening? Are you saying it's
trying
almost
to
a crisis?
colonize everything?
No, it is a crisis. It's an absolute
Trying
crisis.
to take every single place
now I'm
that
going to be
Bad
very
Bunny
ugly.
mentioned in the Super Bowl.
I'm going to be very ugly for 1 second, but I'm not going to get us bananaed. Isn't this? No, I'm not going to be ugly. Isn't this ironic that the Cubans in Miami voted for Trump? Yeah. Then they're getting shipped back home to go to a place where they're going to have to claw in the earth to look for potatoes. Isn't that strange how people vote against their own self-interest and end up really living in a hellhole, and they decided they were going to vote for that? Think about that. Think about all those people. One guy had a Trump tattoo on his neck, and he was, I will vote for Donald Trump, think, one of those fingers, and they shipped him back home.
There you go. Situation is chaotic. Cubans face 5-gallon limits, empty gas pumps as U.S. cuts off oil.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Cuba has begun suffering a dire fuel shortage as the U.S. cuts off the country's oil supply. Streets of Cuba were at near total blackout over the weekend. Cuban government unveiled a plan this week to ration fuel like it rations food since Donald Trump threatened to impose tariffs on countries shipping oil to the island. The fuel situation is chaotic. There's no fuel. There used to be 30, 40, 50 cars here. Now only 4 or 5 are working because there's no fuel. Cubans are feeling the effects at the pump. Cuba's state-owned conglomerate controlling imports and exports tourism announced that fuel sales in Cuban pesos and diesel sales in U.S. dollars are postponed indefinitely. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad. And, because without that, they can't do anything.
Wow.
Well, like
the
I
oil
said,
from Venezuela has been given over to Milkowski. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We had a memorandum or a mandatorium, I don't know which one it was, where Joe Biden declared Cuba an ally, and then Trump turned around in his first 50 EOs and undid all that, declaring Cuba a terrorist nation against the United States or something to that degree. So yeah, this was all part of the game plan. Like, he's going after every country that is in this hemisphere because he wants to take it over. He might not take it over in a way that we think, but definitely take all their natural resources.
He's going to destabilize. Now, I told Canadians, you better worry about what he's going to do to you all, because they're pretty cocky right now, but he's coming after Canada as well.
He is.
Absolutely, he is. Yeah, and a lot of them are starting to get a little bit freaked out, though, from what I'm hearing. A lot of these Canadians are starting to get fucking paranoid.
Well, good. They were talking arrogant for a while. Very good.
Yeah, in Raw, to your point, I pulled this up.
Sorry.
With the Raw?
Yeah, it was just Raw talking about Marco Rubio.
Okay.
My uncle thinks that Mexico's their next big target because of the silver reserves that Mexico has. Mexico apparently
You might be onto something. That was what the cartels were all about. Maybe they were trying to divert our attention so they can go into Mexico. He's probably right.
Well, and what is it called when they create that like so-called scare event to justify like some sort of conflict? Because the drones and the cartels and shit. A false flag event. That's what the drones and the cartels in El Paso was about, was creating some sort of false flag event to start building a case for why we should go near Mexico. And I think the reason they want to go into Mexico is, number one, is because the leader of Mexico right now, that woman, I absolutely love her because she's very
She's a Zionist shine bomb. She's not even Mexican. Why do you love her?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
She's
that.
in the pocket of Trump and Bibi. She's in their pocket.
Well, she's anti-neoliberal. That's why I liked her.
Shit. She's in their pocket. She's probably on the list. She probably know Epstein. She probably sucked on his little wiggly worm. Who knows? I can't stand that bitch. I don't like any of them.
For the record, she did, Donald Trump, I guess, threatened them. And so they stopped sending oil to Cuba as well as a result of Trump. So they were getting some from Mexico, and Trump did tariffs or threatened whatever the fuck and got shine bomb to halt it. Yes.
Yeah, but she's friends with Bibi. That's all performative. She was going to do that anyway. She just wanted to make herself look tough.
If she doesn't, how else can she get her foreskin serum?
And
for the record, for those who weren't here this morning, I played a clip of Sandra Bullock years ago on Ellen DeGeneres' show talking about this facial cream that she gets, and it comes from the foreskin of babies.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy.
To make you young again. All those wonderful cells.
Yeah, I feel like I should play it again. Let me look it back up.
Okay, Hudson, you need to stop. Hudson, excuse me, stop with all the cute looks, okay? You're just being too cute right now. All this handsomeness is too much.
Thank you.
But
I am very animated. I am just very animated. And this is...
Stop it, Hudson. You're making my face red. Knock it off. You're making me blush.
I gotta see this.
Let me. Okay, so let me pull this up. This is just, it's so gross.
I call it the penis facial.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. That's what it is.
Okay.
Who comes up with this?
Yeah, we know who comes up with that.
Right.
I mean, and so that's where the joke came from. Now,
they're laughing about it, guys. But think about how, from what we know now to what they're doing to babies and children.
This is their whole thing. This is their whole thing. They put it in your fucking face, and then when it actually comes out, they're like, "But we told you."
Right.
But we told you.
Right.
Yep. It's like the predictive programming shit, like The Simpsons and all this crazy shit that you see. And then you find out that all these Hollywood people who've been running Hollywood forever and doing these fucking cartoons are the same ones that have been surrounded with Epstein. Okay.
Yep. And for your prompt.
But we're the crazy ones. We're the crazy ones, y'all.
I'm just glad I figured all this shit out 6 years ago. So I'm not even going crazy right now. I'm just like, okay, receiving more energy, rising to the next chapter. Right. All right, let's actually really figure out what's going on here.
Wow.
Oh.
So let me ask you this: since you were in the military, if you got out and you could get a pension, were the administrations trying to stop trans people and LGBT from getting their pensions, and were they trying to do that?
Oh, honey. I follow this guy who transitioned in the Air Force just a little bit before I did. Right. And he served over 20 years.
Wow.
And they just recently kicked him out and refused to give him his retirement.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. And he's fighting it, right?
Yes.
And when you fight the government, it takes decades.
Also, this same individual was invited to the White House not once, but twice by President Barack Obama.
Wow.
What a slap in the fucking face. And was given a medal, like literally was given a medal when came to the White House with Obama. And then that same administration is going to rip you out of your career and take your retirement away.
So, but it's not just
they're sick fucks.
It's a group of them that they're trying to do. So they got to stick together and fight and fight that. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But listen, listen, we've had black soldiers come home in uniform and became Christmas tree ornaments. So we know how they don't give a damn about our soldiers and our veterans. They don't give a damn about them.
Never have.
Really
no, that's obvious.
I think that was probably the biggest lie was, you're going to be respected and, people are going to thank you and it's not even about that. It was, the whole thing of just fighting for your country, keeping your neighbors safe, keeping your family safe. It's, yeah.
And
it hurts your heart. It hurts your heart.
There's an Instagram account I follow that everybody should look into. It's called Police the Police, but it's kind of an anti-cop, anti-police officer account that posts a lot of videos and informations on the corrupt policing system in America. And there was just a video that was released of a police officer tasing a homeless veteran that was struggling with mental illness. And the guy went up there and tased him and he unalived.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how veterans are really treated in this country. Everybody's like, support our troops. But when they come home, we basically give them the middle finger and then they end up in the streets and then we let the cops deal with them. It's
another campaign slogan. That's all. It's a campaign slogan.
We got JD in the house, y'all. JD, yes, JD. Did your other account get banned or what?
I'm sorry. I don't know who JD is. My name is Jay Deere. All right. I am 37 years old. I'm a staunch Republican, and I do not...
Get the fuck out of here, JD.
Yeah, okay. Get the fuck out of here. Long-winded intro.
So that's JD. This is somebody who I don't know if he likes me or not. I don't really give a shit, but I'm pretty sure he's blocked. And so maybe that's why he comes in under that fake account.
Crazy.
Speaking of that, they can't fucking stop, guys. Like today, these motherfuckers just won't quit.
Nope.
They just don't quit.
They can't quit you. Like
I can't quit you, Ennis Del Mar.
They love you.
What were we talking about? The high altitude fuck? This is the only time once a year. Only get it once a year, Ennis Del Mar. Oh my God!
They just can't quit you.
Here he goes. Okay, so maybe he's not blocked. Okay, thank you. You're coming down there. Blocked. Okay. Ennis Del Mar, that's if you come up with Ennis Del Mar, you'll be brought up immediately, sir. It's my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies.
Well, maybe that's why you got these people that can't quit you because
they're like, maybe he really is. Maybe he really is.
I'm actually curious myself. Who is this group of unanimous people that we're talking about that I'm somehow being clumped into?
Oh, child, please.
Oh, maybe it's bad timing on your part, but today they came in doing their shenanigans bullshit.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of trolling since I got home, so that's the only reason why I fucking came up here on J Deere. I was actually hoping too, in some sense, that we can actually have like some decent conversation.
Troll.
Yeah, I knew I recognized when you came up the other day with that account. I knew I recognized the voice, but I didn't remember who it was. I'm just like, I don't know. This guy sounds familiar.
Yeah,
it's pretty good though. It's pretty good.
I've had that for probably, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months, and I've been doing that not just in like liberal lives, but also in conservative lives. So, for example, there was one conservative live where I went in under that account and I got them to admit. I think Palo Jack was here for this too, so he could probably like own up to this and like coincide with what I'm saying. I got them to admit that like we should go back to like beating our kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been in favor of that forever.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, that is funny, actually. You should get clips of those and then post them. You should do that on a regular basis. Get them to say the most outlandish shit and then create like a Libs of TikTok type account and just post that shit.
Yeah, I do have an account for that. It's this one.
Just nothing but the most ridiculous, hateful rhetoric shit that they can come up with and do nothing but post that and then become a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, I've been less frequent with like my uploads, but this literally is that account where like I'll just upload like clips from debates that I do, or just like funny articles that I'll fucking put green screen memes over, shit like that. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, Libs of TikTok is it's crazy how powerful that account became. And all they did was like post shit that liberals would post.
Go crazy.
Also, too,
saying crazy shit. Yeah.
Whoever is handling the social media page here on TikTok for Democrats needs a fucking raise because they've been stepping their game up recently.
Oh?
As they should.
Their troll game is on fleek. Hold on, give me like 2 minutes. I can show you one of these. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
So now we're celebrating trolls.
And look, hey, I enjoy a good troll. I do.
They're good. We don't.
Can anyone think of any state that actually within that same state calls people from a certain portion of that state a troll?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
I know that was kind of like a trick question, but okay, so think of a potential state that may have two parts to it, and one part may call the other part a troll.
Oh. Well, it'd be Maryland.
Michigan.
No shot. Well, hold
Michigan?
on. Wait, why are we calling out my state? What the fuck?
I'm from Michigan, motherfucker.
I'm from Michigan, fucker. We're not trolls. Who here's a troll?
Dude, the UP. If you're under the bridge, you're a troll.
Yes, you're correct. Never mind.
Brah.
That's funny.
we don't
Speaking of bridge, Donald Trump pausing the opening of that bridge. Did you guys see that?
Oh no, tell them about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they built this bridge. Canada, my recollection is that they paid for the whole thing. And, you know, it's half owned by Canada and half owned by, I don't know, Michigan, I think it is. I'm not sure which state it was through. Huh. But there's already another toll bridge where this billionaire makes a bunch of fucking money because a lot of people cross this bridge and pay this toll. Well, he's pissed off because if they open the other one up, it's going to compete with his business because now they'll have another avenue and he won't be able to collect that. So then he calls and gets, you know, basically the theory is that he called and got them to shut down the opening of that other bridge because it was going to cut into his profits.
Wow.
And the bridge is already done. Yeah, the bridge is already done. It's ready to go. Yeah, it's fucking wild. The corruption of this administration is like nothing I've ever seen before, honestly. Or at least, you know, in your face. All right, what do you got, JD? Let's see.
Well, there's this too, but like, have you been keeping up with the Bondi hearings?
With the Pam Bondi hearings?
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched some of it today.
I thought it was really fucking crazy when what's his name? Nagusu, I think is how you pronounce it, was asking Bondi, hey, there's this guy, and we have footage of this guy from Jan 6, who is a former police officer, who was yelling at the Capitol officers, like we need to unalive them, but with the K word instead of the unalive, because I can't say the K word. I don't want to get your shit taken down. And we have that footage. Is it true that you have this person employed by the in the DOJ? Like this person is employed by you guys? And she goes, yeah, he is employed by us. What do you want? It's like, I thought it was crazy.
Well, hell, Lutnick is still in the administration, and that motherfucker lied to everybody. He was like, he discussed me. When I found out what he was doing, he discussed me. So then I emailed him years later and was like, hey, buddy, you want to get some dinner?
Okay,
like, yeah, let's hear it.
Wait, fuck. No volume. Technical difficulties.
What a jackass.
Also, no footage. What's happening? Why can't I hear? Oh, that's why. So this is basically them trolling the Republicans who created their own TikTok page as a response to the Democrats trolling. I'm telling you, like they're stepping their game
What
up.
account is this?
This is literally the Democrats' official page, run by the DNC.
Oh.
Their social media handler just made a fucking edit of Mamdani, AOC, and Gavin Newsom and Barack Obama saying, you guys can't compare to us, as a response to the fucking Republicans starting their own TikTok page.
That's funny. Let's see. How long ago was that? I'm trying to find that video so we can put it up here.
5 days.
I think this is it. Oh, it would probably fuck up it'll probably fuck with mine.
Please don't call me twin. I don't look like you, bad bitch, and I'm cocky. Make her hating how uncomfortable. She thinks she first. Gotta be April Fool. Bitches wanna be messy, so I came in this bitch with a broom. Bitch, ease up. Came with my feet up. Face card don't decline. JT, fees up. Please don't call me.
So they're basically saying we were on TikTok first?
And it's shit like this. They're just doing a whole bunch of this. There's like another one where it's the unfriended meme, but it has a picture, I think, of Trump without the toupee. It's something else.
I'm over here playing this on my screen, but I'm not big, so you guys probably couldn't see anything that I played. That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I don't know. If the DNC does it, I feel like they're going to fuck it up somehow. Just, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah, they're full of it. Yeah.
Since 1982, fucking, and further back than that, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that Pam Bondi hearing, just smoke and mirrors. This is, it's, and like they're not gonna, if they find that she's lied, they're not gonna do anything.
Nope.
And I just I don't know. I don't understand.
No one's going to jail. Trump and his family are going to be allowed to keep all the billions that they've stolen since they've been. Nothing's going to change. And guess what? The American people still will not have universal health care, paid child leave. They won't be able to go to college and things of that nature. We'll be screwed with bills now that we have to pay all these, and we'll still be sending $4 billion to Israel and all these other fucking countries while we get nothing. So we're going to still be screwed until we wake up and decide that we all need to be 15 million strong Luigis. That's what we need to do to change this shit. Voting is not going to work. We need to take up arms and decide to introduce it to the elite. And that's the only way I can see things changing.
I wonder what the response of people will be if, I believe what Donald Trump is going to do is fuck with, the midterms. Obviously, he's already said he's going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how the public will actually respond to that, or if they'll just be like, well, the new episode of, so-and-so show is coming on. I'm going to watch that instead. Have we gotten to that point that we're so complacent?
Oh, Tim, we've been at that point. People will pledge allegiance to whatever flag you offer them as long as it comes with good internet access.
I mean, and I may be guilty of that too. I mean, fuck.
We all are. We're very comfortable. Like Chip was saying, we are. But this is the most comfortable that the majority, now don't forget, in this country, there are whole swaths of communities, Black, Indigenous, who have been shat on and did not have anything. Now we all collective, when I say we all, we the bottom 99%, we have so many things to pacify us. Internet. Oh, we get to go shopping. We get to have things brought to our door from Walmart and Costco and all this.
Isn't it crazy? Because used to, as kids, we'd go outside with paper, with like college ruled paper. We'd take mud balls and we'd roll them up and we'd be like, bombs away. And we'd like, you know, make shit up.
Me and my sisters used to play rabbits. We would get on our legs and run around the lawn on our hind legs, pretending we were bunnies and shit. Yeah.
And now everybody is like, so spoiled.
Right. And it's so easy to be entertained.
Absolutely. And any kind, listen, the government's about to shut down again. Is that right? We're coming to another possible shut. Remember when that SNAP shit stopped for what? Not even a month. People lost their fucking minds. People who voted for this lost their mind to the point where Democrats capitulated and decided to fuck shit up and not allow people to. We won't do anything until we feel
suffer.
Real pain.
That's right.
And that may be too late then. I
That's
feel
what I have always
now.
said is we are very quick as a society to say we have to go over there and bomb them and make it a parking lot for people who have never experienced that ever.
Yes.
Right. It's real easy to say when you're always the one dropping them.
Yeah, maybe we need. I think nothing will change in this country until we are on the receiving end.
That's right.
People are like, "Holy shit! This is what you've been doing to the whole rest of the fucking world, motherfucker."
It's like, wait, my Starbucks. What happened to it?
Starbucks.
It's just
is
rubble.
gone. It was gone with the first wave. You know.
Crazy.
But listen, we are able and capable of doing it. I keep giving the same example. When ABC decided to take Jimmy Kimmel off because they lost $4 billion in 6 days because people got together and said, we're canceling all your shit. And what did they do? They capitulated and they brought him back. But the people should have continued to boycott.
They should have.
We should boycott Netflix.
Yeah.
We should boycott everything that these billionaires are attached to, which is almost everything. Now, I'm saying this thing, but I'm waiting for y'all because I still have to get my shit from where I bring it to this door. See, we're spoiled. But if we did this collectively, even if 15% of us did this, and start fucking up the system. Like right now, guys, I want every last one of you who have bank accounts to take all of your money out of your bank accounts and put them in credit unions.
Yes.
I've always had a credit union for years now. I decided no more banks since they don't want. I posted where a woman went into the bank, a Black woman. She obviously had maybe a couple $100,000. They froze her account, would not give her her money. She sat in that bank, calm, cool, and collected, and called the police to come to the bank. And she let them know very calmly, if you don't give me my money, you're going to have to haul a lot of us out of here. This is when one of them southern states where you can carry. And she stayed there where she was recording, and she got all her money. These banks are, oh God, there's the 7th century person again. And you can try.
I dream of Jeannie.
Listen, they are trying to hold on to your money. And listen, I don't know if you guys listened to the Epstein conversation with that one who looks like he hasn't bathed in 400 years, Steve Bannon.
Oh God.
Epstein said the biggest fear of the banks is that people collectively will go to draw their money out because they don't have money in banks like that. Right. They're taking your money and investing it. Yeah. And if people start collectively going to the banks and say, I want to empty this account out, it's going to be mayhem for them. So
they're allowed to loan out more money than they have in deposits.
That's Bill Clinton did that. Thanks for getting rid of Glass-Steagall.
Yeah, so and people should, because credit unions, you essentially are owned by you.
They're fabulous.
The depositor. Yeah. So
But Tim, I want to tell you, because Zio just said something about pew-pews and standing up, and what some people think the Second Amendment really means, even though it doesn't really. So I have decided that I need to become part of that club. Right. And I'm going to tell you what, I make no bones about it, and I'm not shy when people ask me. Well, I'm very forthcoming as I am as liberal as you could ever be. And every time I go to one of these places that I'm looking at their wares that they are selling, they're I think some of maybe just only here are starting to wake up like, well, you're the fourth Democrat today. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of us. We're done. We're done. We're done.
Shit, I'd go in there and tell them I was MAGA because otherwise they might give you a defective unit.
Oh.
The fucking pin pulled out of it or something.
If anybody wants to buy a unit, by the way, because I'm a teacher, I do a lot of research. The internet is the way to go.
Yeah, I just want to address that.
We can't have them ship that to us here in California. We have a blockade on that here.
Oh, that you're in California. You got special paperwork and all the things.
Hey, I sell insurance in California.
Oh, you do?
I do.
But you need to get me one that a cash value one. That would be lovely.
JD, you wanted to say something? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so just to quickly address a couple of things. I'm going to go in chronological order, so that way it's all understood and it's all very concise. When it comes to this commentary on whether or not we're going to have any sort of reaction towards the government overreach and the corruption of the Trump administration, I think the message has been very tacit. We've all understood that when it comes to, for example, Republican states trying to gerrymander, trying to redistrict, that if they want to redistrict, that's fine, but we're going to do the same thing. You see this in New York and you see this in California. Maryland is also sort of trying it, but I don't know if they've had any success. I don't know. I've been keeping up with that. The other thing I wanted to say is with regards to the comment about government shutdowns. Right now, we already are in what would be considered a government shutdown. There are two types. So there's a full government shutdown, which means everything is gone. Okay, you can't get your SNAP anymore, as you were saying. You can't get your $100 that you could be spending on your 4 kids because of the fact that you make $1,000 within a month. And then there's a partial government shutdown, which is what we're already in right now. A partial government shutdown happens when Congress can pass most of, if not some, but not all of the appropriation bills required to move government forward. And in this circumstance, only some departments are going to be shut down. So, for example, transportation would be one of those departments. It's oftentimes going to be departments which aren't really funded. That's it. Continue. Okay.
You're disappearing. We can't hear you.
What do you mean? I'm disappearing?
Oh no, he said he was
I'm
done,
vanishing.
So, yeah, go ahead, guys.
You can anybody hear him? I can't hear any. He just got quiet.
He was He was done, Zal, and forgive me. I'm cooking dinner right now. That's why. So go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, I'm cooking dinner too.
You were cooking, man. We just wanted to keep on letting you cook, dude.
Hey, I have a totally unrelated thing that might be totally far-fetched, but does anybody know any protein powder that actually isn't gross?
Oh my God! Yes, Gain. I have it. It's a vegan one. It's Gain. Wait a minute, honey. Let me give you the name of it.
And my doctor said you have to eat more protein. I'm like, man, come on, leave me alone.
I'm gonna drop down. I've got to take care of some things with the kiddo.
Okay.
So, bye.
You cannot hop down, Bunny. No hopping for you, Bunny.
I'm gonna hop back to my burrow.
All right. Thank you, Bunny. We'll see you.
Love you, Bunny. Orgain, sweetie. Orgain.
The best protein powder
from Costco.
What they do is they bake crickets and then they crush them up.
No.
Protein powder.
Is that a real thing?
Probably. I would eat it.
You can eat worms and that's protein.
I love crickets.
He's hitting. Oh my God! Don't tell me that.
They're delicious.
I'm gagging very hard.
They're like chips. They really are. They're like little.
I'm not doing this today. We're gonna talk about.
There was a woman at Whole Foods when I was there the other day that told me they have bone broth protein, which I thought,
Yeah, they have a lot of that. Yeah.
That because the ones that I bought, and I'm going to tell you what, I bought Venus Williams because it was Venus, and that's really the only reason I bought.
Is that whey protein?
Yeah, right here you go.
And
it is cricket protein powder.
Oh,
cricket,
no, thank you.
cricket and pea.
Oh my God, he's gonna make me vomit.
I thought you made that up.
No. Yeah, I mean,
That's so
crickets are extremely high in protein and nutrition. They have very high nutritional value.
So are maggots. So are worms.
Well, now that stuff is gross. I'm telling you, if you cook them, if you make them crispy, they are good. And season them, obviously. But yeah, they are good. There are some countries where they literally will take them and they will cook them at school. They make that crickets at school.
Can you imagine if a kid in the United States came home and said, "Today for lunch we have crickets"?
Oh, they would have
their fucking minds.
Well, it's crazy though because it really is a sustainable food source, and it's the squeamishness of it. But I guarantee you, if you tasted the ranch crickets, you would think you were eating a fucking potato chip.
I understand what you're saying, and it just buys in. My husband used to do this thing, and it used to drive me crazy. But now, as I've gotten older, I do it. Like the first time we had clams, we were at a barbecue or something. Somebody had steamers, and he said, "Imagine how hungry you had to be to eat the first clam." He said, "Picture a clam.
Right?
How hungry do you have to be to say, I'm gonna eat this? I'm gonna eat this."
Yeah, that looks pretty tasty.
Hey, the birds
I would just say, if you guys find that to be very disgusting, you wouldn't be able to handle going to South Korea or China, because one of the things that they eat is going to be silkworms. And if you know what a silkworm looks like,
no, I'm sorry, I'll starve to death. I'm sorry.
No, thank you. I'll tell you what, I would be able to get right off my GLP-1s because I'm not eating that. But
most of the world eat protein that comes from insects.
Okay, look away, Zio. Look away.
Oh my God.
This is silkworm recipe. You can actually pick it up. So if you're squeamish, look away.
I'm not
but this is what that looks like.
Oh God. Oh no.
It's so juicy. It's so juicy.
Wait a minute. Show the
why is that?
And
why does that take me back to the Lion King?
Donald Trump is still jealous of those animals.
Listen, show the protein that in China they eat plates of huge roaches. Show that.
Oh yeah.
And show the one where they dip baby mice, pinkies, in soy sauce, and they eat it while it's alive.
Well, the balut egg. You guys know what that is?
Yes,
no.
It's disgusting.
It is a chicken that is partially grown, so it's still in the egg, and it's before it would hatch, so it's a full chicken. There are some feathers, there are some claws.
It smells like you're in a cemetery. It's revolting, and they eat that. Show the picture of the people eating bat soup, where the fur and the fangs and the face is on the bat, and she's going, yummy, and eating it. It is insane how people eat these things.
You know what's the one thing that's really gross? What is the ones with the birds? And it's the birds. Is it bird nest soup? And it's slimy and disgusting.
Oh yes. Oh God.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so I'm reading this on Vice. This was from 2018, but it says China has a waste problem. The nation's burgeoning population is producing more food scraps than the nation's landfills can handle. And so they've come up with a way to get rid of that. They're feeding it to roaches. So billions of cockroaches are being farmed and corralled at facilities in China where they're fed food and kitchen waste by the ton. That's actually pretty sweet.
Wait a minute, but look up how they also eat the roaches.
Oh, yeah. No,
farmed in China to be ingested by humans.
The problem is I don't know what of that I can show, because if it's gross, I don't know if TikTok will like that.
The man had a plate of roaches and he had his chopsticks and he was going down.
That
is insane.
Here we go. I think this may be crickets though.
Let's talk about it over a meal made of cockroaches.
This right here.
There we go.
Alcohol. On the top is some kind of a berry or nut, and then in the bottom, suspended in the alcohol, there's about 10 cockroaches.
Pickled
God, it's not the cockroaches. That's like diesel fuel. I singed my frontal lobe. I think I shrunk my brain a little bit. It's strong, right?
Just strong.
So he's gonna get his little spoon and he's gonna
What
pour
the
some.
fuck?
He told us earlier he wasn't gonna drink any because he has a meeting later. I don't know if it's because he has a meeting or because there's cockroaches in it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And they're drinking.
Mama,
it. Oh.
What the fuck?
It's just white wine, I think. Just slowly.
Try to pound it. It's a little sugary, intense. I'm trying to see, is there any cockroach essence?
He said,
I don't think so, but perhaps I'm getting some of those.
So wait, he's like, does it taste like cockroaches? Well, dude, do you know what a cockroach tastes like?
Yeah, who knows
That's not it. I'm talking about a man who's eating a whole plate of them, and they were moving.
Let me find a TikTok video.
Yeah,
Cockroaches.
That was nothing compared to what that
All
man.
right, let's see here. I just searched cockroaches, and that's like pest control. Eating. Cockroaches eating. Here we go.
Venus Williams' protein thing is yellow pea and brown rice protein.
Is it gross? Sounds gross.
It's awful.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh, she's putting it in a burrito.
I'm going to try yours.
That's from Costco, darling.
Okay, I'll try it.
It's delicious, and I hate everything, but this is put it with some milk, some not soy milk, but you know the coconut milk and a banana. Yeah. Oh, delicious! It's so sweet. There we go.
Oh God!
No, she's frying hers, but the other man ate his raw.
Oh, he ate them raw. Well, that's gross. See, I would actually eat that. I wouldn't have any issue eating.
You eat this?
Yes.
Oh my God, child.
Yeah, if it's cooked.
Well, you can live in other places. I couldn't.
Now, I wouldn't. Now, what I wouldn't do is just gather random fucking roaches like around somebody's house and eat those, because that would they would need to, because otherwise them roaches are like into some nasty ass shit. And Joshua, I see Joshua. Look at Joshua in the comments says,
yeah, I told him we'll be back around to
Can we stop talking about Zionists? And then Joshua said, host, it's not very good idea to insult Israel, just letting you know. And then says, host has his face on and insults Israel. Not very smart, is it? I tried to send you an invite, Joshua. Because if you're going to sit there and threaten me in the comments, you should come up and, act like a man, but I'm not sure that's...
And you know what, Joshua, sweetie? It was the perfect timing, because we were literally talking about scourges of the planet, and you brought up that little island. Thank you.
Perfect, yeah.
Listen, I'd be very careful, Lib, because that might be Tyler Robinson, all right? We don't know.
What did Tyler Robinson do?
Me and Lib have had large discussions about Tyler Robinson.
Tyler Robinson is the man to have alleged to have pew-pewed Kirk.
The Patsy?
Right, the Patsy.
Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson doesn't look like he can write his name in a book without it being crooked.
Look at Josh. You think you're safe in USA? LOL. Keep laughing. Okay.
Oh, what an asshole.
It will come up on... I can't. It's grayed out. So he just is going to sit in the comments and
get rid of him with all that bullshit. Don't come in here
threatening.
So he's a bot.
Don't come in here threatening, you piece of shit. You vermin.
Well, and what's funny is that we weren't even talking about that.
Right.
Like, I don't think at all today. And so, and again, what happened this morning when we were talking about it, all those fucking same people show up and start doing all their nonsense again. And then here's Joshua in the comments trying to threaten. Like, bitch, let me tell you something. I don't care. Look, Israel can take my brake line and rip it apart if they would like.
No, they're not going to do that. The devil's a liar.
That's what they do.
Fuck off.
Because
what's wrong with it? It's an absolute truth.
My point is that my point is that they will have to unalive me before I shut up about the truth.
Of course.
And so, Josh, you coming in here doing this, maybe you're making your $7,000. Who fucking knows? But you guys won't shut me up, okay? You've been trying for a year now, and it just hasn't worked.
Excuse me. Let me be your agent, Lib, please. Josh, if you want to shut him up, tell them to send that $21K a week.
There you go.
A month to his account, and maybe he'll change his name to Weinberg Goldberg, and he'll start supporting you, motherfucker.
I just won't talk about it at all. You guys send me 21 grand, I won't talk about it. Right. But then the next month, if I don't get my check, I'll talk about it all month long. So you got to keep that money rolling. And it's not like I'm going to jump on your side. I just won't talk about it.
Well, they got plenty of money to play with.
Where's my goddamn check?
Give me my motherfucker. Because, bitch, I still waiting on my Doge check, Josh. Why don't you get Elon Musk to send a fucking Doge check over to us?
So you're waiting for a Doge check, Tim? I'm still waiting on my protesting check.
Soros and my Doge check. I'm gonna get my bus check.
Wait a minute, you were supposed to get a $2,000 check and a Doge check for $5K. So we were supposed to be getting $7K. What's happening, Donald Trump?
What is that supposed to mean? What happened to your favorite president?
Oh, you talking about Kennedy? You talking about Kennedy? We know that Israel had something to do with that. We know that, Joshua. We know that. We know what you did with that.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that.
And it's always somebody with 5 and 10 followers that come up here talking like they're gangsters. Come up here and talk to people, or you need to be blocked.
Coward. He's like, we're so strong that our TikTok bot accounts can't even go onto lives.
We're talking about roaches and tarantulas, and he's talking about bringing up Israel out of nowhere.
Well, because every time you think of cockroaches, apparently Josh thinks of Zionists.
Somebody turned off the lights and Joshua came out. Yes.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, they like you say, they always come back to daddy.
They always come. You made it's hard for me to quit you.
Yeah, no, can't quit you.
Oh God, these people are insane. Do you see this, Jonathan? This Joshua's coming up here stirring up trouble.
Oh no. He's getting paid $7,000 by Netanyahu, probably.
Well, listen, I need some $7,000 and put.
Wait, I want to know. Could I make another account and get paid $7,000?
Yes, baby, do it. Call yourself Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm gonna be Nadine Bronstein.
Oh, Bronstein, that's a good name. Yeah,
Bronstein, that's a good name.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
I went to high school with a Bronstein.
I want to be Winnipeg Horowitz. I'm gonna be Winnipeg Horowitz.
Oh, Horowitz is really better than Bronstein.
Oh my God!
What about
he
Bronowitz?
said Horowitz?
That's so made up.
Wait, in addition to the Doge check, in addition to the Doge check, where's my $40 an hour factory job at? I thought there was going to be factory jobs
and
everywhere.
I thought I was going to get paid for my overtime with.
Well, wait a minute! Everybody keeps talking about the one Doge check. Remember, you were supposed to get a $2,000 check and a $5,000 Doge check from all the wonderful tariffs.
The tariff money, yeah, we're supposed to get that too. I'm going to JG Wentworth the shit out of this. It's my money and I want it now. Motherfuckers.
But just remember, we're all paid protesters too. I want you to know.
Well, they're paying me, but I ain't doing shit. I'm just on TikTok.
I did get paid once to protest. I got paid $32.27.
Oh, so Josh stopped talking when we were asking him how do we get the $7K a week?
He's working it out with his handlers. He's like, hey, this might work. We can get liberal loudmouth to shut up. It's only going to cost us $21,000 a month. Pocket change.
That's nothing.
He's like, well, we've already got. It's like we've already got access to Epstein's estate, so we'll just pull it out of that.
That's right.
Ain't that right, Josh?
They could just use the U.S. money. We send them billions, for Christ's sake.
Right.
That's true. That's true. They'll be paying me with my own tax money.
Your own tax dollars, right?
Yeah.
Get your own tax money back.
It's like, yay. So it was like a savings account, really. I paid all those years, and they're like, here you go, $21,000 a month for the rest of your life. Just shh.
Just to spew some lies.
Like,
listen,
okay.
Guys, in all truth, they are actually paying people, and people are getting paid big time. And a lot of them are not very good supporters. They come on these lives and they sound like robots. I can really work it for you guys. Okay? Yeah. You already got my PayPal. I don't know how you got it. You did put some money back in there, but you can put, so when I start seeing them sevens, I will be on this live right now cussing everybody out on these panels about Israel.
Yeah.
Well, whenever we see you do that. Whenever we see you do that, I'll know what happened. I'll be like,
but then
why did they give you your money back? That's my question.
I don't understand. But listen, Sky, remember they stole 4 accounts of mine. One account has more than $200 on it. That was the Maverick account. Then the Siren, I bought all the coins, and then they snatched that one. But they just out of the blue, the day I came up, Lib, put $158 and something cents in a PayPal account that I never gave them a PayPal account to. So how did they get a PayPal account of mine when I always exchanged my money for coins to give back to the, to do lives?
Yeah.
I never did the cash out ever. And so I'm figuring out so they know all about business anyway.
Well, I mean, look at who founded PayPal and look who they support.
Oh, right.
That's right, Miss JD Vance's boyfriend, Peter Thiel.
Yeah,
and of course you hate on Epstein. Keep being so we're not supposed to hate on Epstein?
No.
Is that what he's telling us?
He's Jewish.
Right.
Come on, it's anti-Semitic. You're allowed to rape children.
We're supposed to have reverence for Epstein.
Yeah, if you hate on that P3DO, you're an anti-Semite.
Wow.
Apparently, according to Josh, which is more anti-Semitic than anything we've ever said.
Yes.
What Josh is saying is like anti-Semitic tropes, Josh.
The files are a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Josh, just for the record, since you are recording, we love Jewish people.
Yeah.
We love Jewish people like the rabbis who go out in New York and they protest against Zionism. We love those. We love people like Finkelstein. Remember him?
Oh, I love him.
Fabulous. We love Jewish people who know right from wrong, who denounce unaliving babies and innocent men, women, and children. We love Jewish people who study their religion and take it seriously and want everyone to do well. We love those people. But Josh, we do not like Zionists. We don't
Here you
like
go, Josh.
Unalive babies. Now look.
Here you go, Josh. Who is that? Who is that,
That's one of
Josh?
the files that was released. Who does that look like to you guys?
Is that fake? That came from the file.
That came from the file? Baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show did.
Who is it? His name is
Who does
BB.
it? Who does that? Who does that look like? That ain't Kid Rock. Here's the EFTA number. You can look it up yourself. Let me paste this shit right in there. Right there. You can go look that shit up. It'll come up under a different number because it's listed under the first document in the series when there's multiples in there. I mean, there's 100 images in this file, and this is just one of them.
And he's got glasses on while they're doing what they're doing to him. What an idiot. Because he can't see without his fucking glasses. That's how old he is. He
thinks he's like Superman, where nobody will recognize him.
Oh, God.
With the glasses. That's all you have to do. You take the glasses off, you put them on.
He's Clark Kent.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
the
so
Israeli
listen,
Clark Kent.
Listen,
The
only countries incriminated is Russia and Iran. See,
of course.
This is what they're doing. Russia.
And Cuba. Don't forget Cuba, Josh.
Wow.
Cuba.
Wow.
Josh, don't forget Cuba. You're forgetting Cuba.
Yeah, in Prince Andrew, just, all of those people over there in Europe, they just resigned for no reason. They just came out and like Howard Lutnick, he just went up and told everybody in front of Congress that he did in fact go and eat with them, so the files, that was just a lie, right?
You know what? I just figured out what they're going to call Cuba when they get it.
His brother stripped him of all of his titles.
Well, who was the guy that just resigned? They've had 19 so far in Europe. Resign.
That was the prime minister. I know who he was. Yeah, that freak. Yeah,
Yeah, but Josh says it was all lies. They were like, you know what? Even though it's not true, I'm just going to resign.
Yep. And because the King of England is always looking to strip his brother of his title, because that's what they always do. They've done that.
Happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
That was Queen Elizabeth's favorite child too, but he was a perv.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's how they keep it in the family.
What Cuba is going to be, the catchphrase, it's going to be the East Bank. See what I did there?
The East Bank.
See what I did there? You got the West Bank and the East Bank.
Oh, shit.
The East
Bank. But guys, we're making fun of this, but they are actually looking to expand so that they have other places to feel safe where they're going. This has been reported. I think that was in the files too, wasn't it, Lib? In one of the part of the files of where they were looking for new, where Israel is now. It wasn't the first choice, guys.
Right.
So it was never the first choice. So when they tell you that they was promised to them 3,000 years, how is that when you were looking in all sorts of places? In Africa, you were looking all over the place.
Uganda.
Right, in Uganda. That's right. So now you're making up all this nonsense.
Well, they also do want biblical Israel, which is way bigger than Israel. They want it's Jordan and Iraq and Syria. They want all of it.
Just because I don't want to just pick on Donald Trump, here's this picture.
Yep, with rap hands. Is that rap hands?
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, I didn't know that picture existed.
Oh yeah, well, I knew that was a freak. I knew he was a freak from the beginning. I can't stand his ass. And I'm sure there's a videotape of him being buck-ridden as well, like Cory Booker was.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is let me go to this where I found it. This is on
video
Twitter.
Of him in a gold chain and a gold grill.
And look,
a video of him.
Buzz Patterson said, Dems care to comment? Like, yeah, bitch. We know these motherfuckers are guilty, and we've been calling for them all.
That's right,
all
of them.
Or at least investigated. I mean, come on.
Like, what do you think? Here's what I want to know, because I can't make it make sense. Why are the Clintons coming to testify? What?
Don't forget about this photo.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me check. Okay, so the community noted. Let me bring this up. It appears that this was doctored. So Hakeem at this point appears to be okay. Let me.
No,
all the minions are in suits.
He took 1.8 million from them. He's not okay. He's bought and sold too. Yeah. Even if he's not in a picture with them,
I'm going to tell you what. If you have Democratic friends, I said something to one of my friends who it's the vote blue no matter who, and I was like, listen, if there is a dime of AIPAC money, I ain't voting for shit.
Me either. I'm not.
And this is what they say. So you're gonna just let J.D. Vance be the president? I was like, I don't give a shit.
No, we're already screwed.
We are over. The experiment is a failure. Do you really not get it?
That's right. That's right.
And Casey Wasserman is not going to step down, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that.
The Wasserman, the Schultz woman?
No, the president of the Summer Olympics, Casey Wasserman.
Why did they want to step down?
Who was it? This other guy? No, it was what was that guy's name? Damn it. He was, I'll have to look it up. I saw it earlier. It wasn't Tish.
Why did they want him to?
It had something to do with the Olympics?
No. It was a guy that was flirting with Ghislaine and was trying to sleep with Ghislaine. And I believe I may be getting those two mixed up. I just remember one of them said that they weren't going to resign and they weren't going to be forced to resign because the, evidence only goes so far as what they saw in the messages, which, were
now
just
Ghislaine
flirtation.
Is in a low security. She's getting brought in caviar and things of that nature. She's being treated like an absolute royalty, basically, in her new digs, because she's got them all by the short and hairy. She knows everything.
Oh yeah, no, he is the guy. Yeah, that is the guy. Yeah, Casey Wasserman. He said in a 2003 exchange, Wasserman wrote to Maxwell, "I think of you all the time. So what do I have to do to see you in a tight leather outfit?" In another, Maxwell asked whether it will be foggy enough during an upcoming visit, quote, "so that you can float naked down the beach and no one can see you unless they are close up."
Wait, not the Wasserman, that's one of our congressmen.
No. Casey Wasserman. It's a dude.
Okay.
You're talking about Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Yeah, Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
I can't stand Debbie
she is a John Eastwood named person.
Yeah.
There's
and
so
by
many
that I mean
rotten
cunt.
people. There's so many rotten people within the Democratic Party. I don't know why Democrats don't demand better ever. Maverick always brings this up. We have a lot of white liberal snobs in the Democratic Party that are elitists.
Facts.
Right? That are basically just Republicans. They're just rainbow They're rainbow BLM sticker Republicans. That's what they are. Right? They believe in all the militarism, the corporate greed. They believe in all that, right? They just want all that with fucking sparkles on top.
But here's the thing. I guarantee, I was actually saying this to Zio earlier, they will scream about rights for black people from their suburbs surrounded by other white people. They don't actually, I don't think a lot of these people are actually not racist. I think they're actually racist. They just don't want to be perceived that way. So they overdo it. Like, no. That's why you get a lot of that crazy virtue signaling bullshit. Hiding their own fucking...
You're 100% right. I had, because I live in Oklahoma City in a very African-American neighborhood. And one of my neighbors moved. When I first moved here, we moved in within a week of each other. And then she recently, and I was like, it's a U-Haul, you moving? She said, we're moving. I said, where are you going? And she said, well, we're going to Moore. I said, Moore is a white flight town, right? You know that. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. She said, are you accusing me? I said, I didn't accuse you of anything. You just went there all by yourself.
Well, and I was reading also that it's a lot of the so-called progressive liberal cities that always prevent the building of new housing. Like Boston, Massachusetts is an example. Boston, Massachusetts is the capital of liberalism, in my opinion, but they won't approve the building of affordable housing because they don't want to see the value of their properties go down or stagnate.
I'm going to tell you that Boston
they don't give hang on. They don't give a fuck about affordable housing for poor people or any homelessness or any of that. They just care about their property values and holding BLM or holding signs that say BLM on them.
Yeah.
It's the most racist place I've ever been in my whole life in the United States of America.
What is?
Boston.
Oh, really? Yeah, I imagine so. But like here in Jackson, they just, I think they actually passed it where somebody had proposed that they fine anybody $100,000 if they drop off a homeless person in the city of Jackson. It's a bunch of Democrats, for the record.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and of course the fines are limited to 1,000, so they couldn't, so they put it at 1,000. The city of Jackson now claims that if you drive somebody and drop them off and they're homeless, that they have a right to fine you $1,000. Crazy. So now you can't even give people rides. Like, what the fuck? Nuts. That was just today or yesterday that came out.
The money-making scheme.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And yet you go around the town, there's fucking trash everywhere. I mean, fucking everywhere. And then you look at the penalty for throwing trash out the window. The first time it's $25 fine. So you're fined less for throwing trash out the window of your car driving down the road. Think of that. That's pretty bad. And Josh, peace. I think Josh is a fucking troll. That's probably JD left, came back in. That's JD's account. Anyway, do what, Nadine? You were about to say something?
I forget.
I do that too. It's happening more and more as I get older. My brain farts are stinky. We'll just put it that way.
Stacy talking about because Trump Jr. wants the spot is what's his fucking name? Tall, lengthy motherfucker. What's his name?
Kushner or Barron?
No. Yeah, Barron. Is she talking about Barron?
Have you guys seen, speaking of Barron, have you guys seen that book about the conspiracy shit about Barron Trump in that fucking book, the time traveling shit?
With his boyfriend?
No, Let me look it up because I had it before and we'll go over it. It's fucking wild.
He's the child of somebody else? That one?
No. It's like this kid or whatever. Barron's a time traveler, and he basically like becomes president or something or other.
Oh, how
so it's a series, and the child's name is Barron. Let me pull it up because I had it the other day.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw this like 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
1900, the last president was, I believe, the third installment of this. Ingersoll Lockwood. He wrote children's fantasy novels about a rich kid named Barron Trump. Main titles: Travels and Adventures of Little Barron Trump and His Wonderful Dog Bulger, Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, and then The Last President. So the conspiracy, Barron Trump, the kid's name is Barron Trump, obviously. Barron was a noble title, though, back, in the day. So that's whatever. Let's see. Fifth Avenue coincidence. The story mentions protests on Fifth Avenue. Trump Tower is on Fifth Avenue. There's a mentor named Dawn in the book that mentors Barron.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is feeling like another one of those things, like they put it in your face, and then when it actually happens, they're like, "But we told you."
Right. Yeah. No. It like the coincidences pile up in these books, and yes, it is real. Yes, the book is real.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Somebody in the Trump family could have read this shit and told him the name is Next Child Barron, so it could really fit in. But yeah, this is just too weird. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, I was creating a whole little situation, a scenario in my head with all these files from Mr. E Guy. And I was like, so it turns out that maybe our first lady was, she had another career first before she was a victim of a crime, and then
we know what career she had, don't we?
Yes, we do. Then she had to marry the criminal.
Well, but she was introduced by
the criminal, by
Jeffrey,
the other criminal.
By another criminal, yeah.
I believe he found her. I think he went hunting. He was shopping for her.
Yeah, well, she was one of those poor Eastern Europeans.
Yep.
That they love so much. Those poor, but she's so intelligent. She got an Einstein visa.
Yeah.
And they say that she speaks 5 languages or 6 languages, but she sounds like she doesn't know how to say her ABCs. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you before. Make it make sense that Hillary is hot to testify. Make that make sense.
No, well, you can't make it. Hillary and Bill are about to testify.
Here's what I think.
Are they going to be together?
Here's what I think. Tell me I'm not crazy. And I hate Hillary Clinton more than anybody else does.
So does Liv.
I think that she agreed to it, and I think Bill ain't going to show up. And I think this is how she gets rid of Bill. Finally, she gets rid of Bill.
Get rid of him. They end this shit together. That's a business partnership.
Here's a possibility, right? And I hate Hillary. What if, because their political careers are over, right? And they're running on the last legs of the race of life.
Right.
What if they come out and fucking tell everything that they know, including what they did? Imagine if in the last moments of their days, they were like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just.
Yep.
That's a good fantasy.
It is. Yes.
You know why it's not going to happen?
I hope.
But you know why it's never going to happen?
Why?
Because they have Jewish grandchildren. They are knees, neck, face, eyes deep into protecting and keeping the cover up going. They will never compromise their children or their family, which is now like Ivanka. Ivanka has those children are Jewish, considered Jewish. They will never expose Israel and this part in this Epstein nonsense.
Well, they may not have to do that, though, because they can expose all of the players in the U.S. government
and the
without saying, like, Israel was doing this. Because, Israel, did this, but then, like, holy shit.
If that happens, I'll send you $1,000.
Okay, my Crash App is in my bio.
Yeah, I know both your Cash App, and I will send you $1,000 fucking dollars, and I will be shocked for the rest of my life because that would be a glimmer of hope that this country may be able to come back from the brink of hell.
Or it would be purposeful to completely and totally fracture this country, because imagine if they do that.
It would break this country in half.
Complete outrage from the people would turn into a fucking chaotic mess.
I would love that.
What did
Has anybody looked into the portions of the files where it's talking about like them researching like DNA strands and stuff like that and cloning?
Yes.
Yeah.
See what you know what happens? This is what happens. You get too much money, you get stupid. Because you have too much time, because you don't have to go to work. Like if I had time and
the hole I went down though,
and dream things up, I would be very dangerous.
I know, and this is just sick that all of this is coming out. But I went down a hole yesterday where I had to press pause because I'm like, this is. I mean, it's really getting like spiritual. I mean, this is the rabbit hole I was going. I was talking about Nimrod, which Nimrod is Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
And supposedly he was like very preserved, and they want to extract his DNA and reanimate him in this
They've already
timeline.
been doing
What
that
the
with
fuck?
genetics.
They've been like, see, look, Jesus. It's Jesus resurrected.
Right.
No, Nimrod.
And supposedly he was a giant.
Yep. It's
See,
all
this sounds so much. This
listen,
sounds
they're
like
all
Jurassic
nuts.
Park, but with people.
But they've been trying to do DNA on these dinosaur eggs that they find. Listen,
Yeah.
they're doing some weird shit, guys. They some people have said they've seen things in the ocean that probably was genetically modified. You know, most of our food is genetically modified. They've been doing this shit since they did that.
The crickets aren't.
Then they did that sheep, that Molly sheep. They've been going.
Molly or Bali?
Molly,
Yes.
the sheep.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly. That was
Right.
like, what was that? 1990s?
Yeah,
1990s.
The clone sheep, yes.
No, that was that the 90s or 80s?
That was it might have been the late 80s, early.
I was just watching something on it today. It was like on a Times magazine.
Yes, I remember the day. I remember when it was happening. It was on the news about they cloned and people were losing their fucking minds.
Yeah.
They'll be doing people next. They've already probably been trying to do people already. They say
So
that
supposedly they're talking about like this going way back, like potentially 50, 60 years ago. Them already having this technology.
They've transplanted dog heads already. Have you guys seen the two-headed dogs?
That's
no.
Yeah.
You know, in China,
this was a long time ago too.
In China, they're having robots be able to carry babies, and it's getting really weird.
Oh boy!
That'll be the next thing. The next thing they're going to try to do is to remove a child from a female and put it in a robot or a.
They've already been trying to do that, honey.
Yeah, because they want all the babies. They want
the stem cells.
That's
why people like childbearing hips, Elon Musk, are putting it on their faces. They want those stem cells that they refuse to do for people who were hurt in the wars that they were in. Nancy and Ronald didn't want them to do that because it was demonic and evil, but they've been secretly doing that shit anyway.
Nancy,
and now they're using the stem cells of babies to do
regenerative
for the wealthy. Yeah.
Regenerative.
That's grotesque. See, that's demonic to me. That's demonic.
Like, why?
This was a
What's
long
the
time
point?
ago. Well, to further the ability to transplant a head to a body.
Yeah.
Well, I do know that they can, and they've done it like on a TV show, but I know that it can happen. Like if you have part of like if you lose your hand and then the arm is infected or whatever because it was plane crashes is what
wasn't there a movie about this?
It was on a TV show, but I can't remember what it was, where they attached keep your hand alive while the stump of your arm heals. Because
they put people's their foot on their hands to keep the blood flow.
To keep
it's
the
just
blood
all kinds
flow.
of ugly shit. Yeah, I've seen all of that, and I've been in medical field for a long time.
I would say you could do it, but I have to be sedated. I can't see that. I can't see that.
They won't let you be awake to see. But they have transplanted also. They grew an ear in a petri dish. They're growing body parts in laboratories now.
Oh yeah,
ears.
they can 3D print organs and shit.
Yes.
Which that actually is a very good thing because you can take your own stem cells, print your own organ. Oh, that's your DNA, so it won't be rejected, and then transplant it into you.
It won't be a good thing because you're going to have to be super wealthy to do that.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like I'm pinching myself right now.
But
with this
eventually,
conversation.
it will, what, deja vu or something?
No, like pinching myself, like this is just crazy that all of this is coming out right now. All this stuff that we've been conspiracing for so long.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the printed organs have been around for a while because I remember they actually grew an ear. They genetically modified it was a mouse or a rat or something, and they actually grew the ear on the back of this mouse. It was fucking, it's creepy as shit.
Wait a minute. Listen, anything you want to know, Hudson, go look at a show called, you probably are too young to remember it. It was called The Jetsons. It was a cartoon.
Oh yeah,
The Jetsons.
No, I watched that. I'm 35. I'm 35. I watched that.
I wanted a Rosie. I still do.
Remember the phones that they had that they were carrying around? Now we have cell phones. So look at the Jetsons.
But here's what you got to do, Zio. Do the math. Look at how old George Jetson was with his wife.
Right. Oh, I know. I saw that shit. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the wife was 16. She was teenage. It was a teenage pregnancy.
Right. Some of that pedo shit on the cartoon. But you know what? But guys, throughout human history, it has always been the norm for old men to be with children and breed with children. That was the norm. See, because back then people didn't live to be 35 or 40. So you had babies as soon as you started your period, or about 9 or 10. Yeah. Then they were marrying them off then. That was the thinking back then. But children have always been at the mercy of adults in that way. When we got a little bit more progressive and people were living longer, then they started saying, well, you don't need to, have somebody 9 have 25 babies. But if you think about the life expectancy back in most of history, it was very, very, very low. I think 47 was in America. And so having a child, I think their thinking was having a child that could have so many babies was the better thing to do. But that ship has sailed. And now all of these people who are obsessed with children, it's shocking to me how many men are obsessed with children. People in high positions losing their jobs because they're upset. Is that the one that rammed?
Yes.
They rammed it into ICE?
No, ICE rammed into them.
Oh shit.
And apparently one of the people were potentially unalived.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now Raw, is there video of the actual crash? Because I couldn't find it.
He said the driver was possibly unalived.
Yeah, that's. And keep in mind that woman, St. Paul, yeah. And so keep in mind that one lady, she was shot like 6 fucking times by ICE, and they claimed that it was one of the first shootings by ICE. It was months ago. Remember, they claimed that she had tried to box them in. And that other vehicles were trying to box ICE in, so they had to shoot at her. Remember that? Yes, and it turns out that no, in fact, the video came out, and they're the ones that smashed into her. They targeted her because she was, allegedly doxing them, and she was being targeted by them.
Didn't she survive?
She did, yes. Yep.
She did that interview. She just did an interview.
Right. That's why I bring it up, because today she was. I think either the charges were dropped or something had happened, some update to it. Yeah. They're just fucking liars.
We're not talking about Good Dewey, not Good. No.
Yeah, that wasn't Good. No, we're not talking about Renee Good. This is this was months before Good. She was shot like 6 times, survived, drove herself to like a convenience store down the road after being shot multiple times.
Wow. And Gavin Newsom and Tim Walz, they're very disgustingly disappointing to me because they should be running them out of Minnesota. Gavin Newsom said on what's that boy's name? Shapiro, said on his podcast that California works very well with ICE. Can you believe that? Because the question was, do you believe in defunding ICE? Like Ocasio-Cortez. And Gavin said, I disagree even with the person who was running for president, Harris. I don't think ICE should be defunded. And California works very well. He threw Harris under the bus. That's the part where he threw her under the bus by saying she wanted to defund ICE as well. And I just thought, you're a sleazy bastard. I would not vote for him.
Yeah, I would never vote for him and Shapiro in Pennsylvania and none of them.
And they're going to shove us down. They're going to shove these people down our throats. And that group of liberals that hate me, they're going to be pushing for Newsom in the primary. You watch. They'll be like, if you don't talk bad about Newsom because it's the primary, and if you do that, it'll hurt his chances in the general. They say that all the fucking time. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I already told people that I'm not. If you have accepted a dime of Zionist money, you will not vote for me. And don't tell me vote blue no matter who, because that ship has sailed. You are not guaranteed my vote. You got to earn my vote, and I'm telling you how to do it this time around. Don't take any money from Israel.
Yeah, and but they gatekeep who we get. So everybody, I bet you, because otherwise they won't be allowed.
That Harris was going to run again, and I thought, you know what? That just made me mad because and Michelle Obama said it, and I've said it for years. The first woman president of this country will be a Republican, and I don't know that I'll be alive to see it. Because this country is too misogynist.
I said that just the other day. A couple of people freaked out on me.
I mean, I just that's the hill I'm going to die. I don't think I'll see it.
Yep, and my reasoning for that was that they'll do it to shield from their misogyny.
Yes,
like yeah, but look, we elected a female. Look.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying earlier, these liberals that virtue signal all the time to make sure that everybody knows that they're really not racist. And in fact, they are.
Yeah,
they're fucking the worst among us.
The worst thing about it is
the worst, but
and you think you hear about it, but you never it never happens in your face in your life. I work with a Latino man who is so Trump that it's frightening. And I don't get it. The life of me understand that. I don't get it. I just don't.
Yeah, there's a Cuban that comes up on here who will, I'm sure, be like, yes, starve the Cubans. Don't give them any oil so that they will revolt against Fidel Castro. It's crazy. And I love how they complain about a dictator that they ran from in Cuba.
Right.
To come here and then push and support a fucking dictator.
A dictator, yeah. Because that's what it is.
Pretend they can't see it.
Yeah. It's like Stockholm Syndrome.
The LGBT.
That's what I know.
A lot of LGBTQ voted for Trump. And a lot of 55% of white women, they crossed the line. We got all sorts of nutty-fied, crazy people who have to dig deep and find out what they're anti-black, anti-woman, anti-everything, and they will vote to burn the ship down so they won't have to have progression happen. So let this ship fall to the ground.
I say burn it to the ground. Burn it. Burn it.
And then we rise from the ashes, hopefully better, where we can brush ourselves off.
I wish I could talk people into. I've been saying that since 2016 when.
Well, that's the reason I voted for Trump in 2016.
And you said
because
that,
when Hillary, when they did that shit with Bernie, I'm like, fuck you. We'll burn this bitch to the ground. But then
and I'm gonna
4 years go by of Trump. Hold on, 4 years go by of Trump in 2020. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm voting for Biden. I was like, I can't do it. There is no way I can vote for that fucker.
I can forgive people who voted for Trump in 2016 because you really didn't know what he would do. But 2020 and 2024, I'm sorry. I wish a train roll over your legs and I can eat popcorn and watch it. But I cannot. There's no excuse for anybody unless you are truly thinking the way he thinks. But for people to say that they voted for him because of policy or the economy and all that other that was all bullshit. Yeah.
It's so tired. It's so tired.
It is very tired. But I'll tell you what, when you go back to 2016, I will never. Do you remember that video of him walking Barack Obama with his arm around Bernie? And I thought, you motherfucker.
Wait, Barack Obama with what?
Walking with Bernie?
Find that picture. They summoned Bernie Sanders to the White House to get him to drop out of the primary.
Yeah.
Because and nobody knows the real story.
I don't like Bernie Sanders either. I don't like him either.
Well,
and I didn't find out about Bernie with him being a fucking hypocrite until the second time he was running. Not the first time, but the second time. And I thought, oh, I'm so glad I didn't know. I didn't. I know his policies that he's had for over 40 years. I understand that, and I agree with that. But Obama convinced Bernie Sanders to drop out by arguing that he already succeeded
in pushing Biden to the left.
No, but that's in 2020. In 2016, they called Bernie to the White House, and there was a picture of. It was a video of Obama walking down to the Oval Office with Bernie, his arm around Bernie, because they promised Hillary the nomination. Because when Hillary ran against Obama, fun fact, she didn't drop out, just like Bernie didn't drop out.
Right.
But they promised Hillary the nomination, and then here comes Bernie Sanders with people like me saying, "What do you want? 70 hours a week? I'll give you 90."
Let me begin. By thanking.
Yeah, this was in that picture though I showed was the one from this year, from 2016.
Oh,
even though it was posted on an article from 2020. See how shady these fuckers are?
Yeah, yeah.
This was when he promised that he would, work with Hillary instead of telling his people to fuck off, which of course, nobody listened, and then the Hillary suckers were all like, oh my God, the Bernie Bros, they harmed this country, the Bernie Bros. Now, in hindsight,
I voted for Hillary, and I voted for her over Trump, and I'm still glad, but she's a total cunt. But now that Trump has come in, like I said before, this last election, I don't want to hear about vote blue no matter who. That ship has sailed.
That's over.
We're already past the line. There's no saving of anything now. So fuck that. I will not be voting for Gavin Newsom. I don't care what I don't trust him. I don't like him. I think he's just a fucking D by his name, but he marries R's. All he does is marry Republican women, MAGAs, and he acts like an R as far as I'm concerned. I can't deal with him. Not doing it. And a lot of especially black ones. How dare
remember Zio, when I asked about, it's like, what would it say about a Republican who gets with Democratic women? And then they were all like, oh, I'm like, well, what does it say about a Democrat that gets with Republican women?
Right. And then when you told them it's
Gavin, they were like, I could see the smoke rising from their heads as they had to, once they realized that Gavin Newsom marries Republicans. Because I'm like, see, y'all pretzel like a motherfucker too.
They all do.
I
gotta go eat some dinner and go to bed. Gotta go do this again tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to shut down soon anyway. It's actually been fun. We got 3 people in here, but that's okay.
Yeah,
it's been fun because you're not giving a damn about these people anymore. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll have 12 people in the live, and then we'll really be rocking it.
You do your lives. How often do you do your lives?
Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But I have a group of liberals that can't fucking stand me. For a year, they've been trying to cancel my show. They'll sit in the fucking live, send messages to liberals.
Liberals?
Oh, yes. Oh, he's a transphobe. He's a racist. He's a this. He's a that. Yeah. So it's.
And you're not.
No.
They're saying that you are.
Yes, these are ex-mods. Right?
Yeah.
They used to be my mods. And because they kept trying to get me to deplatform these people, and I'm like, I ain't about that. Like, you can disagree, you can drop, you can go on, I don't care. But, we argue up here. That's what the fucking panels do. And they just kept on, and then they tried to reach out to my subscribers to try and hurt me while they were still my mods. So I purged them all. And ever since then, it's been just constant. Yeah, there's this one of them did 40 videos in a 2-week period about me. It's crazy. Yeah, she's kind of
you make it,
little
Hudson,
nutty.
you make it. You may get contacted tonight.
Like, he really is a transphobe. He once put makeup on and griped at a lady who was talking shit about trans people. I did a fucking satire video. I mean, I'm like walking through the house. I'm like, okay, how can this be as stupid as possible? I put my wife's shirt on and put lipstick on and do this because this lady's at the Oklahoma State Capitol.
How many years ago was that?
Well, this one was like 3 years ago. And I put, this lipstick on because she's like, they're queering your kids is what she's screaming at these, people standing outside the fucking Department of Education. And I'm like, listen, Linda, and I do this whole stupid fucking, dumbass thing. And they're, I guess to that's called trans face. It is what it is, but.
Oh, God. All right, well, good night.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you, Nadine. All right, well, guys, I'll be back in the morning, 9 a.m. We'll see you or we won't. You guys have a great night. It's good to see you, Hudson. And we'll catch you later, Zio.
I've never seen Hudson. You've seen Hudson on here before?
Yeah, I think Hudson's been up once before, I think, right?
No.
Oh, you've never been here before?
No, never been here before.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? There's a guy named Dan Hudson, I think is who I was thinking of.
I was just scrolling through my For You page, and that genie guy was on here doing some hate speech, and it stopped me dead in my tracks. And I was like, no, I can't let this slide no more. So I was like, all right, I was like, Liv, let me in.
He's a character. He's a character.
So I Dream of Jeannie brought you in.
Abdul, yes. Yeah, no, he's I don't understand that guy, but he's entertaining a little bit.
He was making no fucking sense, and I'm just over all this fear mongering. So I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it.
Yeah. No,
the 7th century. Come on.
Right. He's like, rub me. I'll grant you wishes.
Well, it's just the fact that these people who don't know a lick of what they're talking about, and they're talking out the side of their neck like they know what they're talking about, and like, no, you cannot get hormones if you don't have therapy. Like, but make no fucking sense.
All of that is that they are attracted to trans people and they can't stand it.
That's probably what it is.
Even talking about trans. The background has nothing to do with trans. He comes on here and he talks about trans. Meanwhile, telling them, wait one second. Because he was finishing while we were talking about.
He's like, oh my God, Liv is there. This fucking guy's like, I'm eating, and I'm like, I don't even want to know, bro. I don't even know. I ain't been that flexible in a long time, my guy. Anyway, shit. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, good times. All right, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Yep.